That's fair.
I have a crit maneuver. I never crit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a little dependent on crits.
Ugh. I already had to figure out. Like, technically, all these maneuvers don't really work because I don't make attack rolls, and almost all of them require it on hit. Everything's saving throw based.
Oh yeah, I just realized I have resistance to the poison condition.
Yeah.
I would have helped
Oh, that's nice.
Oh.
I mean, I think I rolled a natural 1. I don't think I think the alcohol fucked me up, or will fuck me up regardless.
Only thing is, the resistance probably would have given you advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually what it is.
Yeah.
If you're resilient to poison, you get advantage on the saving throws.
It's all the fun of learning new characters.
Mm-hmm. Somebody needs to kill a character.
Who?
Huh? Oh, Briar needs to die again.
Wait, Jonathan Briar?
Mm-hmm.
How come?
Well, I'm not shooting to kill him, but I already have his replacement, and it's pretty solid.
Fair enough.
What really needs to die is J5. J5
Bro.
needs to die.
Oh, damn.
I thought you were going to get your meds, bro.
I am. I'm gonna be here listening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my food.
I wish
Who
I
is
could have
here?
so fair. I can't have food. You're not allowed to
Why
have
can't you have
food.
food?
Why can't you have food?
I had 4 teeth yanked out of my head today.
Oh, and you're playing D&D? Wow.
Oh, I had 2 wisdom teeth yanked out and went straight to work like directly after I had them ripped out.
No.
Oh, hell no.
Like,
No, that's
I
not
don't
okay.
care.
I've done that.
That is
The worst
that is
decision
not
ever made.
okay. Be right back.
I don't care. Of course, I'm gonna play D&D. I'm not losing out on the thing I actually like.
I mean, that's fair.
Facts. Respect that.
It's gonna really suck in a couple of weeks, though.
What
So I'm gonna
happens?
get 7 ripped out.
Jesus Christ.
It's gonna be my entire upper jaw.
You don't take care of your teeth, bro? What's wrong?
Oh, I'm getting dentures.
Oh, that makes sense. What are you, fucking 70? What's wrong?
No, I'm in my mid-30s.
Ooh.
I just haven't taken care of my teeth, so they're all rotted to hell. So I have to get dentures.
Oh, there you go. Fair enough.
Fair enough. That would do it.
Oof. Yeah, I gotta take care of those teeth, kids. I know.
So that one's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'll listen. I'll be making some apple jam, apple butter. I can send it your way because I'll probably be living with you for a while.
No, I've got all kinds of stuff. I got like 3 gallons of ice cream, soup up the wazoo. I got about 2 gallons of like apple juice sitting next to me right now.
There you go.
I'm stout. And I keep popping pain pills.
There you go.
So I'm good.
Today might be the most we've ever heard Kanori talk in a game.
No, I have to actually drink some liquor for that to happen.
Oh, gosh. So here.
Oh, I was gonna get more Okay, NPCs. God, I've completely forgotten the voice I've used for Tratsum.
Y'all?
Have we heard anything from Mortimer? After
No, but I'm about to ping him.
Huh.
I know he forgets.
That is passing weird.
I like my next one for what this one does too. I just barely remembered it. It's like this is my usual go-to Star Wars character, and I didn't make it yet. Like, what's wrong with me?
Well, I mean, shouldn't you diversify then? Try something different.
Well, the thing is, I didn't go immediately to playing like go-to when I've never played Star Wars. Like, I built this, like I had it in my head for the longest time. Like, if I ever play a Star Wars game, this is the character I make, and I didn't make it.
Fair enough.
What's more deadly than a freaking operative dancer?
Uh, the Death Star?
Darth Vader himself.
General
Nah,
Grievous. Beskar Grievous.
I think the dancer still wins.
I don't know. Beskar Grievous did rip through us all.
Yeah, but the dancer you let in anywhere. And they get to you when you're at the most vulnerable.
That's fair.
I still like my Sith replacement, freaking Doctor Stone.
Oh yeah, how is that game going for you guys?
Ah, range,
It's going.
lots of loss.
Fair enough.
It's all over the place.
Well, who dares enter? Oh, it's Luke. Hi, Luke.
Welcome, Squidward. Welcome, Squidward.
I'll give this guy a few more minutes and then we'll get started.
So, but I left the I updated the token for Gazanti with the one you had posted earlier, so it doesn't look dumb. It's now just like a black hole with a ship, which would be cool in some situations, but not what we're looking for.
I'm gonna have to boost you a bit. Token for the Gazanti. Ooh, I like that token.
Well, it's one of the three that he shuttles before, so I just threw that into a token.
No complaints here.
Pretty basic, but it'll do the job.
Oh man.
Damn, like the Microsoft Me soundtrack stuck in my head, and it's absolutely the worst thing ever.
Being a Doug must be weird. Walking on your hands and using your feet to do everything.
Yeah, it's gotta be a unique way to live.
Then you go to his perspective, and we're all weird.
Yeah, but like when you're the exception to the galaxy, that's gotta be.
I mean, they could walk on their legs. It'd just be a little bit slower, and just look a little derpy with dragging their arms.
No, I'll have a character very forward. Here, that. There is this.
Well, the good news about
So-
streaming late is that it gave me time to pull out the banana bread.
Nice.
Ooh, banana bread is great.
I fucking love banana bread. I do not make it nearly enough.
Yeah. I have to stop at 10:30 exact though. That's the only problem.
Well, let's get started. He knows what day game is.
No, I understand. I needed the time as well, so give me a second.
I see.
'Twas you who set the house ablaze.
Yeah, I have mandatory extra time this week at work, which is annoying.
Yeah.
Does not sound fun.
No, Amazon decides to do sales in the middle of the summer, and we pay for it.
Prime Day.
Summer? only 102 here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Excuse the fuck out of me. That's gross.
Yeah, I would kill myself. There's no question about it.
Yep. And it's gonna be that way all week, if not worse.
Jeez Louise, that's terrible.
Well,
Yeah, I do not.
this is not the first year it's happened. We had a couple summers ago. We had a summer where every single day of summer was 100 degrees and over.
Jesus.
Every
Oh.
single day for 3 months. straight.
What state do you live in?
Texas.
You gotta be
I live in South
Texas.
Yeah.
I was gonna guess Arizona.
Arizona's probably as bad. Yeah, I am really got to start working on getting my ass out of the state and somewhere north. Or I thought about going to California, but God, that would be just as bad. Plus humidity. At least where I am, I don't have to deal with humidity. It's just scorching heat.
But Denver.
Yeah, over here it's mostly humidity. Like last night, it wasn't too hot. It was maybe like 69, 70 degrees, but because of the humidity inside the warehouse, it felt like it was 90 in the warehouse. It was absolutely ridiculous.
That just
I was like, let's just open up the windows. But there are no windows at the warehouse.
It sucks.
Big fan for that shit.
A big fan. There's a big fan of the open doorway.
Big fan of finding a new ass job. That's what I'm looking at. Find a new job and get the fuck out of this state. Maybe this country. That would be ideal.
that would be incredible.
I'd love to get the hell out of this country.
That's fair.
All right, we can get started. Let's go over to. You guys are still on Corellia, correct?
Yes.
All right, and cue la musica. All right. So, last we left off the Hulkbusters, you guys had agreed to work with now General Fizz to go to Malastare for a defensive effort in which the Malastarian fuel depot is being targeted by the CIS. In the interim, in order to best prepare yourself, you thought it best to stop by the nearest hub for some medical supplies at the very least. But though the area was available to grant you some essence of material and supplies, nothing beats the comfort that you all had received while living on Coruscant. At least those of you in the group who did live on Coruscant prior to the events that have transpired. Upon returning to the ship that you were using to get onto Corellia, the Last Horizon, the owners of the Last Horizon had been notified by the ship that somebody had bypassed the security system. So we pick up as you all are currently searching the ship to ensure that nobody is trying to stow away on the vessel.
I don't know. We checked the cameras, if I believe, last time, and we didn't see anything.
You didn't see anything. All you saw was the doors open and close.
And so whoever it was using some kind of a stealth field or something.
Mm-hmm.
And
Anybody
we did some pretty
see-
thorough searching, but I don't think we found anything according to. We had one person for 31. That was Mortimer, who was not here.
Maybe someone left
The Yahtzee
the
got
ship?
29. Didn't
I
have
don't
any
know. That's very weird.
on board the ship that we didn't know about.
If I'm here, I'm walking around the ship. I'm going to make some investigation checks. Anything out of place? Any, possible footprints? Anything possible? Anything that's been placed that wasn't there before? All of that nice stuff. If I may.
Sure, go for it.
with a temp boost. Yeesh. Yeesh. $24.
Aside from the obvious things that have been pointed out to you, you don't notice anything else out of the ordinary. You make note to at least check to see if anything has been tampered with in the cockpit. You check the engine room. You check the hyperdrive. You check any feasible point of access that would cause an issue, and you don't find anyone or anything. In terms of footprints, that would be a survival check if you're trying to find footprints.
Okay. And I'm going to be actively doing this throughout the time. Oh, there goes this survival check. I'll make mine's shit, but yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that.
I'm gonna stand near the entrance a little bit, I guess. To the
Sure
ship.
thing.
Are we in space?
Nope, you're still in the hangar.
Alright, please do a circle around the outside of the ship, make sure nothing's been added to the ship and whatnot.
No trackers.
Sure.
Look for trackers.
Sure, roll an investigation.
It's going outside the ship. I was in the ship.
So that you do find that there is a tracker under the left wing.
Okay. Does it look like it's fairly recent, like cleaner than everything else around it?
Most definitely. Looks quite pristine compared to the rest of the ship.
I think we found something here. Let's take a look around and make sure there aren't any others. Continue rechecking the ship, and then guess what? Let's see.
Yeah.
Get on.
I'm gonna focus my investigation check on the cockpit.
Check the Navi computer as well to make sure no one's fucking with where we want to go.
Yeah, if any plan's been added or removed.
That'll be a technology check.
And a temp boost again? Yes.
Oh, somebody else do that one. I don't know.
Oh, assist.
Actually, do.
Oh, yes, that's perfect, Sean.
All this newfangled stuff, I don't get it. I just use it.
Yeah, let's just kick it till it works.
There we go.
28.
You don't see that anything in the nav computer has been adjusted. However, you do see that the fuel output has been adjusted.
Oh. And what does that mean?
It means that your ship is going to use more fuel than necessary to travel.
Well, I guess I'm not on my own. This is my ship, so I guess I'll alert the old people of this.
It's not your ship. Oh, I thought you said it is your ship. I was like, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
We
No,
need to
it's not.
fix that shit. Or expensive enough for us to be old. Someone got on board and did something. Probably left. That's why we can't find him. But do another check around and make sure we're not saying anything we shouldn't be. We're not saying things that are.
Can I fix that little issue? That's something I can do here. Or is it...
It's easy enough to do. It's just priming the fuel lines.
I'll do that.
No, I say that since the only things have been tampered with, then if someone put a tracker on here, clearly they just tampered with our stuff and then decided to leave and try to track us.
If you take the tracker with us and eject it somewhere. Oh no, let's go find another ship to put it up.
Actually, maybe we should figure out where it was from. Maybe if it has, maybe we can
I'll
find
hand
out
over
who
the
made it.
tracker to whoever's got technology. Go. You figure it out. I don't know this stuff.
That can hand it over to Edward.
So, is that another technology check?
To what are you trying to figure out?
Where this tracker came from, I believe is what
Or
was.
who made it? I guess like how maybe in dictation.
Or see if we can figure out where the tracker is going, where the tracking signal is going to.
Yeah, can you track the track?
For that too. Track the tracker, yeah.
Reverse track.
Reverse tracking would probably be more of a slicer's kit.
I can still do that.
I can help you with. I can guidance you with that.
I can look at
So
you
can
and
I.
do that.
I don't know all technology, but I do know computers.
Oh, never mind, you rolled your 4. There it is. Buena!
29. You do see that the signal is currently moving away from the planet.
We can follow the signal, but it's kind of going away from the planet. It's going to probably enter hyperspace, I assume, at some point. But at least I know where they're going. I know where they're going, or I have an idea of where they're going.
Are they going towards Malastare?
Definitely not. Other direction.
Right, well, let's disable this thing for right now, that we can maybe use it later on to retract them, figure out who they were. But we got business to do, so I'd rather get to that.
Yeah. Can I do that?
Yep.
And then you found us on the outside of the ship?
Yep.
And that was with a 24 investigation. Can I do another investigation check on the outside of the ship to possibly find another one?
Another what?
Tracker.
Another tracker?
I don't think we put on 2.
Yeah,
No,
who puts
no.
on 2 trackers?
Just in case one gets found, it's the tracker that's
No, it doesn't work that way.
the dummy
Yeah,
tracker,
I think it was 24 or whatever. I would have found the dummy and the original, but
Yeah, I'm just trying to be safe here,
That's fair.
No, so
Hey, you guys have spent an extra 45 minutes in this hangar than you had planned to. At this
Maybe
point,
we should-
General Fizz is already receiving numerous communications requests from the Admiral.
yeah, we
Should probably go.
Get in gear and
that dude needs to get his stick pulled out of his ass. The Admiral was not one of the clones, right? She was a regular human.
Yeah, he's a regular human.
All right, let's mount up and head out.
Alright, fair enough. I think every game has made too much trauma.
And with Saturday's game, I have to. Yeah, there we go. Sits game. That's exactly what I was trying to say, but I said Saturday. I'm an idiot.
how many games do you run?
3. I'm only at 3. I don't know why I said Saturday.
Alright,
left that up.
you guys.
Sorry.
It's okay. You guys prepare the Last Horizon to engage and take off. And as you leave Corellia and approach your Venator, named the Insurgent, the Last Horizon finds its particular spot within the Insurgent's hangar. Well, one of the Insurgent's hangars out of 2. And as you land within the ship, you are currently on the Venator as General Fizz lets the Admiral know of this fact, and he says, "Very good, jumping into hyperspace now."
Before we leave,
Let them know what was taking us so long too. Don't just. They're gonna think we're idiots.
did you all track any ships leaving Coruscant around XYZ time? I'll give them the time frame.
You mean Corellia?
Corellia.
Why would we be
That's what I
tracking
said, son.
ship? You said Oh, I was like, wait a minute.
Don't correct me.
Sorry,
Yeah.
took me a second to catch that.
Corelli Sant.
Corellia stuff. The admiral just kind of looks at Night Fizz when he asks that, and he says, "Now, why would we be tracking random civilian ships?"
You have cameras and scanners. Possibly, you could have picked something up, like the people that put trackers on our ship and tried to screw with our fuel gauge.
No one told me that someone put a tracker on your ship. Who is this old man, General? And the General General Fizz is like, he's a very important key to the Hulkbusters. We were searching for trackers on the Big Bombad ship, the Last Horizon. We found one, but we did not find who to put it on. And the Admiral just kind of lets out a moment of hesitation. He says, "Well, no, there were far too many civilian ships to track each individual one. I apologize for that."
Thank you. Find some food. There's gotta be something edible on this ship. Now, mind you, this is coming from a very short Gand, not a human. All right, let's go find some food and get out of here.
All right. The preparations for hyperspace have been inserted, and after about 10 minutes, you all feel the jolt as the insurgent jumps into faster than light travel on a one-way ticket to Malastare.
We're all gonna die.
All right.
Oh, you back, Zarzar?
Yes. That was
Cool.
very good. Very good impression. That was better than mine. That was actually better than mine. I'm like, damn. I didn't know someone could play my character better than me.
All right.
I don't think I could have done it better. I'm gonna be honest.
There we go. All right, so you guys are currently here. Did it move for you? Yeah, it did. Okay, so you guys are currently over here, heading down here. With the Insurgent hyperdrive, which is a class... Oh, it's a 1. Very nice. So it'll take you the normal amount of time to get from the core to the Outer Rim.
Though we do have double time thanks to Cloud.
We're letting that trick work for engines.
So that'll take 2 days then. It'll normally take 96 hours, so 2 days is what it's gonna take now.
Nice.
In those 2 days, is there anything anyone wants to do?
We get 2 days of free time.
A free time, yeah.
For Zarzar, I want to try to see if I could tap into that little psychometry thing that I did before. Haven't done that.
What are you referring to? I'm sorry.
It was a couple games back where I was able to relive the past or something, and you gave me like 1 for psychometry progress.
Voss's ability.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So that would be a wisdom check.
All right. 21.
Very nice. D100 plus 15, please.
Oh, are you kidding me? Ow.
Unfortunately, though you remember the sensation of utilizing this power, the act of applying it seems to elude you. If only you knew someone that could teach you the method of it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, at the moment, you're still kind of struggling with the process, though.
All right.
Anything else for anyone else?
All right, boys, we got to get back into shape. We haven't been practicing in a while. You know, we got our techniques and our patterns. Let's see what we can remember. So I'm gonna grab the other two guys from the Hunters of Dawn and find some place in the hangar, because I'm sure that over the years we established some codes and things to make us more efficient as a fighting unit. And so I am going to have us try and reacquire those things. Occasionally, if any clones show interest, we may drag them in for sparring partners.
Edward's gonna be there. Edward was gonna walk up to all you anyways and say, "I'd like to see what y'all can do before we actually get to battle."
All right, you asked for it.
Fucking decks him.
He eats a can of fuck, I don't even remember what it's called. He eats
I suppose we should make sure you and your friends are actual combat capable too, not just for show.
Well, if we need any troopers, we can use Domino Squad. I've been training with them for the past couple days.
Yeah, let's not break any of them just yet. See what we can do. I don't know. I don't think we need to really necessarily roll things out, but we can definitely move around, try out techniques at each other, that kind of thing.
Let's do.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say let's do a series of skill checks all together. So if you're just trying to do like training regiments, we'll do a group athletics, a group acrobatics, a group constitution, and then a group wisdom, just to see how well your strength, your flexibility, your stamina, and your mind is.
That worked for me. So I guess we'll start with that one.
So yeah, all the old people plus Edward, athletics checks, please.
I don't think I am.
I'm just gonna watch this go happen.
Oh, live the old people. Alright, where's my buttons? I get advantage on these. During no certain conditions.
Well then.
Oh my god.
So, I'd say, Edward, you think to yourself, you're like, there's no way these old geezers could be faster than me, could be stronger than me. And you guys start by lifting as much weight as you possibly can. Since you're in the hangar, there isn't really anything in the sense of like weight lifting. So you find a bunch of cargo crates and ship pieces that are just laying around, and you guys see how many you guys can carry as you walk around with them. Zash is having a very difficult time with this. With this
stop
one.
in a hurry because I don't want to strain myself. Yeah, no, lifting and carrying shit's not my routine. That's what they're for.
You don't want to throw your back out.
I mean, I don't really have a back because I've got an exoskeleton, but I know.
Oh my gosh. You find a good hold in what you're doing. You look over and you see that Colonel Mustard is keeping a little bit of a faster pace than you. And then in a blink of an eye, you just see Cloud carrying 3 times the amount of weight that you are, and just booking it down the entirety of this hangar. He makes it all the way to the other side with all this weight, and one of the clones that are currently working as an engineer in the hangar just kind of yells out, and he says, "I hope you're going to put that back."
Nope, y'all need your practice too.
He kind of looks down very upset, and he's just like, "Damn old people," just kind of walks away.
Hey, Cloud, once he's gone, bring it back.
As you look around, Edward, you do see that there are a couple of ships that are currently being suspended in midair. Normally, they're suspended so that they're easier to work on the underside. But you think that it would be a great practice to kind of jump from one suspended ship to another, as there's about 4 of them in succession from one scaffolding to the other. As you suggest this, there's going to be acrobatics for everyone.
Yeah, I wanted to temp boost the last one, but my brother was in here yelling, so I just. But can I use it now for this acrobatic check?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Action. Oh, yes.
Ooh,
Still 25.
damn. I think I have. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. No, I'm gonna waste it on the phone. I apparently I needed this getting back into shape stuff. I mean, 18's not bad, but
It's the resorts, man. Those mud baths really do something for
yeah, I only rolled like a 4, so I had advantage for some reason. I did a martial arts thing. Hang on a second here. Nope, apparently not. Okay, well,
Maybe a piece of clothing that gives you
yeah, no, I was gonna look at that earlier, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, there's the comment sheet.
Well, since as a monk you do have a climbing speed, so I will give you advantage since you're able to kind of vault on the sides of ships better than others.
There we go. That's much better.
So, this go around, Cloud is obviously the weakest out of the group in terms of jumping and being very flexible and nimble. Cloud, you're kind of utilizing the strength of your legs to get you across wide spaces, but in terms of your landing, you're very clumsy and holding on to things as ships are swinging. Edward and Sazash, you guys are keeping on par with each other. As Edward, you look and watching Sazash kind of reminds you of your late brother. It's actually a little depressing when you think about it, but you keep your cool and you continue moving forward. And once again, Colonel Mustard is ahead of you, Edward.
Generation just doesn't know how to put in good work anymore.
Very impressive. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the most athletic or acrobatic person in this group, and to say, but I was the old leader, so I figured it's okay if I was the one that see what y'all could do.
Edward, you sit there and start to think of other tasks to do with these old geezers, and you come up with the next one, which is to go into the cryogenic stasis area and see how long you guys can last inside there without showing any signs of cryogenic freezing.
It's not gonna do this. That's all con saves. It's gonna suck for me. So before I get in there, I admit this one's a little difficult for me, but let's do it anyways.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be fine.
As you all get in there and the temperatures start to lower, I need a con save from all 4 of you.
Oops. Okay.
Ooh, can I tell? Oh, you can't temp boost con saves. Yes.
Bug is good in the
No.
cold.
Colonel Mustard is the first one to go this time.
Had it happen.
This time around, Colonel Mustard is definitely the one that is the weakest in this kind of trial. Though he does seem to be quite knowledgeable of how to manage his stamina and manage the constitution of his own body. He kind of stands too close to one of the exhaust pipes for this cryogenic area, and you start to see the freezing of the facial features, and also of between the webbings of the fingers.
We can't really see that because he's covered in a cloak most of the time, but he is a Jawa.
Listen, I'm from the desert. In my defense.
That's fair.
This time, though, Cloud and Sazash, you two don't show any sign of any frostbitten appendages. The exoskeleton is working very well for Sazash, and the fur around Cloud, despite being armored, is also assisting. Edward, you hold true. You know that at the very least, if you were to go onto a cold planet, that you would have at least a fighting chance on there. But after 3 trials, you're already becoming impressed by these older folks, seeing that they are more than meets the eyes. Transformers, if you will.
Yeah. Well, I do have a robot hand.
Robots in disguise.
Little do you know.
All right, so what was our last check here? We were going to do something on.
Something on your mind. So, Edward, you really think about this one, and you head over to the communications array. And you remember at one point that you had messed with an individual that had used sonic waves to cause headaches and migraines. And because of this experience, you know that it is something that your mind needs to succumb to. You do warn the others that this could prove dangerous, so it's not for the faint of heart.
Could prove dangerous, so it's not for the faint of heart.
That's okay. I've got like 4 hearts. I'm sure I can lose one of them.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's not how biology works.
You should.
Yasu, are you watching this still?
Yeah, I'm watching this go by.
Alright, so since you're in the proximity of this, you'll also have to roll a wisdom save, because you'll hear this. So wisdom saves from the 5 of you, please.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna do a lucky on that, just in case. Throws better.
Oh my god. Ow. Oh.
Damn.
The curse of the 2.
Hello?
Hi!
Oh.
Thanks for joining us!
I didn't have it. I had the day off, so I forgot it was fucking Monday. Ah, fuck.
So everyone except for Yasu does take 6 points of sonic damage as this high-pitched scream just kind of echoes into your head. And Cloud and Cardinal Mustard, you do instinctually go for the ears and cover, and as you look at your hands, you do see that a little bit of blood has trickled out of the ear hole.
What the fuck did I miss?
But Edward shuts off the sonic emitter, and he just kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, I think that's enough training for today."
Yeah, I think that's okay. Shake my head.
No, everything is necessary in this group.
Maybe there was better ways of exuding wisdom in that situation, buddy.
You were standing there the whole time, and you decided not to say anything. So,
Hey, I wasn't going to interrupt the challenges you were going to set.
do you have anything you'd like to do with them?
I already know they're very capable. I could tell.
All right. I'm going to head back to the cargo bay and get some more practice in. Maybe get a little something for this headache. Excuse me.
Take a nap on that box over there.
Sounds like a plan. Okay.
Fair enough.
Stand with Yasu.
Training montage.
The old
Training
teasers.
montage.
Ba, 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 ba.
Boy, do I love training montages. Definitely one of the best things.
Everyone loves a good training montage. Next,
Especially
a
when
good
they got
suiting up montage.
yeah. Especially when accompanied by some old rock music.
Well, yeah.
The only real kind of training montage.
Oh, well, I have cheesecake. I'm gonna go have a piece of cheesecake soon.
Nice.
Excellent.
What?
Yes.
Sorry, I looked at my phone and I had taken a picture of a cheesecake that I had purchased the other day, and I still have some. It just like reminded me.
Simple things in life, man. All good.
It really is.
All right.
All right. Anything else going on? In the time headed to Malastare.
Not so much for me. I mean, it's a big ship, and it's a military vessel, so it's going to be boring as hell. I'll be spending most of my time on board our ship.
Copy that.
Funny.
This is probably a long shot, but could you craft item modifications?
If you have the proper materials.
Yeah, which I'm guessing on the ship doesn't have.
Yeah, this ship isn't really suited for crafting. More so, it's more like they craft things off ship and then use the ship to hold it.
Makes sense. Probably for the first day, probably still like kind of act as a sentry to the ship that we were on, just in case maybe someone was still there and wanted to leave the ship. But other than that, probably just explore the place and like seeing how the troops are doing and just getting a good layout of the whole ship and stuff.
Sure, roll me an investigation check as you're just kind of keeping an eye out on things, walking around, snooping into other people's business while being kind of covert about it.
Yeah, so as he does.
And you can guidance this. There's enough time.
Oh, I know what I'm going to do in my evenings.
I said I was going to be with the Yasu, so I'll give him advantage if he's doing investigation.
Oh, I will take it. Well, 25. It's not too bad.
25 is pretty good. Through the first set of your rounds, you first stick to the Last Horizon, just trying to make sure that that little scare that you guys had on Corellia doesn't come to bite you in the ass. And luckily, the Last Horizon seems safe for the time being, as Colonel Mustard and Sazash and Cloud are in and out of the ship, either just kind of to go grab a snack at the mess hall, just trying to find things to pass the time. Every so often you get a little startled, and it's just the Colonel snoring and echoing throughout the entirety of the hangar.
Jeez.
The ship.
It's like a engine going off in like a robot.
A lot of noise from a little guy.
Oh yeah.
You continue your rounds through the rest of the Venator, and it's not until you get to the main reactor that you start to notice something is a little off. You look at the main reactor's terminal, and you see that the terminal is set in the same exact way as the Last Horizon's terminal was. This ship is utilizing more fuel than necessary.
Who was doing this investigation, Edward?
No, yes.
I guess like I said, where would be kind of close by. I'd be like, Edward, can you take a look at this? This looks a little bit the same as the ship we were on.
That's exactly like the old man ship. Someone's messing with their fuel.
It's so weird. Why would they mess with their fuel and not do anything else?
I'm gonna go ahead and fix that too. And there's no way to No. No, I'll just fix it.
To fix it, you might need to slice into the terminal, unless you get somebody with clearance, like the general or the admiral.
Like General Fizz. General
Yeah,
Fizz.
General Fizz. That's the only general you guys have right now.
And so I'm gonna hit him up on the comms and ask him for some clearance. I let him know what's that. Tell him to come where we are, and then that way I can update him on what's happening. That way he can update if he feels necessary.
Okie day, Misa on my way.
Ah.
Sorry.
Oh,
no.
Did you have
That's
it
perfect.
intentionally?
No.
He was waiting. He's been waiting weeks to be able to say that.
No.
He just writes these things down when he's not in session. He's like, they're gonna love this.
No. It just comes off the top of the head. That's what I'm telling
I mean,
you.
it is a Gungan thing to do, so it's fair.
As he gets there, I tell him the same thing.
It takes a few minutes. It's a huge ship, so at least about 600-700 feet of walking to get there.
Jeez.
Well, I was there. I do want to see like if there's any like other trackers or anything within the this section and any devices being used or anything like that.
Can
This time I'll allow for a perception check for you.
So I have a new power I wanted to use. I don't know. I think this would be no. Actually, never mind. This power is not necessary right now.
But would it be fun?
I mean, it's just Force Whisper.
I guess it'd be
How you
fun.
doing?
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Edward, Misa
How you
calling you.
You hear a strange voice through the force.
Use a distant power with
Hey,
with.
Oh my god, that doubles the range. That's ridiculous. What a waste of a force point.
What is he
absolutely
whispering to me?
every time
You
you
saw
know
what,
somebody
Edward?
in
You
their
saw-
head.
Misa, I'm getting closer.
That's not ominous at all.
Okay.
Coming from inside your mind.
And so
Imagine it's
Yasu, as you're giving a more thorough search of the area above, just kind of getting a little glimpse of everything, nothing in the sense of trackers. It seems as though it was just it was just the adjustment to the fuel usage that seems to have taken your interest. Aside from that, systems do look normal, and it doesn't seem as there's anything that is out of place within this reactor room.
Weird.
And then you hear Zarzar whisper to you that he's almost there.
Oh, yeah.
There.
Anytime now. I'll
Thanks.
Right there.
You do see the door on the far side of the reactor room open as the Gungan form of Zarzar comes in with his kind of lanky self, still smoking a pipe. You don't know if smoking inside this vessel is the smartest idea, but it doesn't seem to be actual like smokable substance. It seems to be just his manifest of the Force.
He's smoking the force.
Yeah.
This
I'm
is
about to smoke the
way,
Force.
man.
I'm about to
This
smoke
is
the Force.
way. Would you like to know more about the way?
The way.
No way.
Dutch Masters needs to make a new brand called Grandmasters,
Oh,
and then just have a silhouette of a bunch of Jedi in the background.
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
Misa, I'm here. What you need?
Apparently, there's been like someone's been screwing around with the fuel It was kind of like when we had that intruder back on those old users' ships.
Oh,
So,
Lisa, no good.
so we just need to go get into this terminal, which you have access for, so we can fix it back.
Okay, there, Misa do it right away, and then he's gonna he's gonna go to the platform. He's gonna go to the terminal and access it.
Fair enough. Easy enough to do. You access the terminal, enter in your credentials. You immediately see that this ship is expending about 2.5 times more fuel than necessary.
Tisa, very no good. We have to do something post haste.
I think Edward can figure that out, right?
Yeah, I can figure that out.
Yep. Now that the credentials have been entered for you, Edward, it's a simple siphon of fuel lines to ensure that the proper amount of fuel is being utilized, and fuel systems seem to be back to normal. However, you didn't notice this until about 1/3 into your travel. Normally, you would have used about, I'd say, 2 units of fuel. Instead, you've used about 8 or 9 units in that time.
Jesus. Okay, well, at least the problem's getting fixed. Jeez. Enough time that we can get to where we need to get to. Right? We have enough fuel still.
Most definitely. I'd say the 3 of you roll me insight, just to cap this off.
All right.
Iyasu and Zarzar, the 2 of you kind of look at each other, and Zarzar, you're the first one to kind of think of it. You suspect that there may be a possible sabotage attempt in play. Some sort of way to have your fuel run out so that ships are stranded in the middle of space.
We saw have unwanted guests. We must take care of this before Wisa arrive.
Yeah, so tell the general to put everyone into high alert.
Zazar's gonna contact the general.
Admiral, you're the general.
I mean the admiral. I keep forgetting.
No, I blame Luke for that one because Luke referred to the admiral as the general first.
Oops.
Damn you, Luke.
Damn it. I'm not good at these.
The admiral, who is still not particularly pleased with you, Zarzar, is currently in the middle of his resting period as you wake him up.
Unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
as he groggily says, "Yes, General."
Admiral, Wisa put everything on high alert. Wisa have stowaways sabotaging Wisa fuel lines.
He kind of gets up.
Oh yeah.
And he when he comes to a little bit more, he says, "Are you sure there's a stowaway?"
Yes, Wisa found out on because Wisa fuel line been sabotaged to use more fuel. Misa am certain Wisa have people on board that Wisa need to be taken care of before Wisa go to Wisa destination.
Well, General, you are the man in charge here. Use the forces that you have to your advantage, and hopefully we find the stowaway before we arrive to Malastare. Unfortunately, we cannot stop since we need to be there in a certain amount of time. But I do appreciate you keeping me in the loop. I have important matters to attend to. I shall speak to you later.
Okay, you should sleep well.
Yeah, with your passive insight, Zarzar, you know he's just trying to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
I have important business to attend to. Fluffs his pillow.
Lays back on it and just starts
something.
snoring.
but your communication ends with the Admiral, and you're just kind of standing in the reactor room looking at Edward Iyasu, not really sure where to start looking for the stowaway on an unfamiliar, huge ship.
Yeah, did I hear the conversation between him and the Admiral?
Yeah, they weren't trying to hide it.
Well, first of all, we should grab any troops we can that are security detail and start putting patrols around. We'll probably put this area in heavily guarded.
I'm gonna stand over here and guard our ship. So your asshole doesn't get back on board.
I will inform the old geezer about the situation as well.
Oh, that's true. That's right. We weren't there. Never mind. I apologize. Well, you can come and
It's
talk
okay.
anyway.
I'll let you know anyway. But yeah, we should grab any troopers, security detail, probably put this place in the highest security. Maybe look into any other areas that could be sabotaged, that could hinder the ship, and
Hey,
put
do
more
you,
security.
Force types do any kind of like mental searching for people who might have bad thoughts or something? I don't know how that shit works.
Uh,
Can we
Uh,
just assign a couple troopers to like stay at all the important parts of the ship and just verify there's no one hiding under all those damn helmets and whatnot?
Someone posing as a trooper? It could be
and
possible.
we need to interrogate all of them.
It's gonna take way too long.
This, but they all look similar as hell.
Yeah, it's
gonna
really
be
weird.
tough. That's gonna be real
Maybe their
tough.
moms were all whores.
Well,
Oh,
I
You
mean,
guys also have on this ship. Let me see here. I have an
Good, like-
exact number
good, like-
here.
100. That's like 10,000, maybe like a few
There's a
thousand.
lot on board of Venator.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna be able to.
We won't be
We're not gonna be able
do
to get
any
through all of them.
The crew of the ship is 7.4 thousand, and then there's an additional 3,000 troops
Oh my.
that are on reserve and are more troops for on the ground.
Oh my.
Come on, guys. If we
God.
split up the work, we'll get it done in no time.
No.
I'm gonna sit right over here. They can come by me and I'll talk to them.
We still need to be investigating.
But we look around, see what we can find. Check any other systems, see if there's anything else off. Any
I mean,
communications
honestly-
to strange places.
As long as we make sure all our supplies are guarded, they'll starve themselves out and have to come out eventually. Otherwise, they'll just starve.
Oh, we're only gonna
Until
be
we
here
get
for
the
one
pilot
day.
car and sneak off with the troops.
I know, but still, I mean, if their goal is to be a stowaway on the ship, eventually they're going to have to come out. We don't know what they want.
First, we must not travel alone. We go in groups of 2, and we make a plan. We check each important section of this ship, and we contact anyone else if anything suspicious.
At this point, Captain Camrix comes up to you, General, as he salutes you, and he says, General, the Admiral had informed me prior to his nap of the situation. Is there any way I can assist?
Yes, you shall come with me. We shall be investigating.
Very well, General. And he follows you.
But too, I will also say to remind Zarzo that we should also probably get some of the troops to do heavily guard some certain areas.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you like to do that, General?
Yes, Captain Cameron. You should do this for me, sir.
Fair enough. He speaks into his wrist pad as he speaks out to the rest of the individuals who are there to listen, as he says, Attention troopers, this is your captain, Captain Camrick speaking. Please take evasive maneuvers. Anyone who has the proper credentials must head over to their stations for defensive measures and await my orders. And he looks over and he said, "Weapon."
No. I was just thinking we should cover the escape pods, all of them.
Very good, General. Domino Squad, you'll be in charge of the escape pods. Not one escape pod leaves this vessel unless I say so. Anything else, General?
No, this is it. We saw be going. Much work.
All right.
Edward, do you have some way of detecting some people invisible?
Not right now, I don't, but I'm pretty sure there is.
I'm gonna find a place outside of our ship, but in full view of it, and that I can hide. And I'm gonna hunker down and take a hide and keep an eye on our ship to see if anybody or anything funny tries to happen. If any doors open while there's nobody there, that kind of thing.
Can
Sure.
anybody here
So-
see invisible people?
Not
I can.
Zarzar. Zarzar can't. I wish he could.
I can.
Technically,
Wait, no, he
but
might.
then again, not.
I can see invisible
Culture, you
people.
can see invisible people?
Yes, I can see invisible people. Sometimes.
Are you guys going to let the bounty hunter that you hired know what's going on, or is he
During
just
all
going
of this,
to...
No.
the bounty hunter is continuing on his quest to make friends with the clones.
I mean, yeah,
do
we'll
not
probably
want
find
to
him.
know anything about you, Caltro.
He's
Zarzar's
trying
gonna,
his best. They both wear helmets.
Zarzar's gonna ask Edward and Iyasu that we need to find the bounty hunter that we got with us, the new one, and let him know of the situation.
I'll try contacting him.
Do what he does best.
Kelter is in the middle of talking to a clone trooper and puts up a finger and steps aside to take a phone call.
The
This
clone
is
trooper
Kelter
walks
Patrol.
away the second. The clone trooper walks away the second that you divert your attention away from him.
He's fully unaware because he spins all the way around. You can't see him walking away. In a couple minutes, he's gonna have a Looney Tunes moment when he turns around and sees it's not there anymore. This is Calterevitra. Oh, you're speaking to? Who may I ask who this is?
We have a stowaway. We need you in a defensive position looking out.
Darn. That's unfortunate.
Do you have any way of detecting anyone with invisibility?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to be guarding the main reactor core.
Alrighty.
Tell
I'll bring my partner.
him not to
Very
go
well.
alone. These are very important.
He said he had a partner.
He's a bird? No.
I don't even remember what he did with that bird, but I don't think he's talking about that bird. At least I hope he's not.
Are you
Oh,
talking?
the
I hope
bird is
you're
still
not-
on your shoulder, by the way, Calcher. It did not go away.
Calter arrives to the reactor with a porg with a cowboy hat on his shoulder.
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh no.
You do see, Calcher, that there are about 4 groups of clones within the reactor room now, each guarding a particular entrance.
I like
And,
to imagine the
I was just going to say, as you pass by them, they just give you a nod, recognizing that you were requested by the general to come here.
I like to imagine the clone trooper who just escaped him happens to be here. That's
Nope,
funny.
he's not.
Anyway, Dad. Anyway, all right. Calter's
I
gonna...
want to
Hello.
ask Edward something. Sorry, I didn't mean to. What were you gonna say?
Go ahead.
Okay, I want to ask Edward, since you are good with ships, do you think you can identify any other areas that would be crucial if they want to sabotage anything?
Yeah, this seems like something I would know how to do.
I'd say, just based off of your previous knowledge, the main areas that are prone to sabotage are the reactors, engines, hyperdrives, life supports, and communications. Those are the 5 pinnacle areas of a ship. Without one of them, you have a really bad time on a ship in mid orbit or space.
Mm-hmm.
I'll think I'll guard life supplies.
We should need to be guarding communications as well. These are very important. We should lose communications. We should in the dark.
All right. Let's see here.
I will make my way to life support and make a guard there. I can probably handle anything myself if we're running thin. We may
Okay.
also want to have some good security detail on the hangar, just in case.
Oh, hang on
That's a
there.
good idea.
It's a good idea.
Edward will probably go to the reactor.
Zazar's going
Okay.
to communications.
Okay.
Kelter has set up near that terminal that you were interacting with to unsabotage it, and is taking a watch at, and is now watching.
Copy that. The captain is with you, General, as you guys go over to communications. Iyasu said he's going to go to life support. You will have a platoon of troops following you, Iyasu. Edward, as you meet with Calter over at the reactor, you do see that he is already keeping guard of the main terminal that you had just adjusted, with the Porg on his shoulder. The Admiral is keeping tabs on the command deck, which is near his personal quarters.
I missed
And
the fact that that Mortimer was going to the reactor. If I knew that, then I would have just went to life support with Yasu.
there's still engine and hyperdrive.
I'll go engines. That's not technology based. I'll go hyperdrive. I feel like that's more technology. Which one's more technology based?
I think they're
Alright,
both technically technology.
I'll be right back.
All right, I'll do engines.
The hyperdrive is near the engine, so you can kind of be in the same area and still get the same result there.
Perfect.
It does occur to me to ask
Oh, yeah.
if this was the same person that did it to our ship. How did they get onto the Venator and do it? Did they get off of our ship? Did we bring them here because we didn't find anybody? Were they that well hidden?
It
Yeah,
could have
I mean,
been. That's why I was kind of hopefully taking security on that first day, but I guess I missed them.
The whole engine modifications that Cloud does, this is unrelated to that, right?
He's not the saboteur.
I had to ask.
Imagine.
Zazar's gonna mention that we should also check for like traps, like mines or grenades or something, anything out of the ordinary.
Will do.
All right.
Zazar's trying to cover every base.
This thing is, the only thing they did was put tracker on our ship and mess with our fuel. Like they didn't want to hurt us; they just wanted to slow us down,
Or keep us stranded.
affecting our logistics.
Zazar's gonna force whisper. Would he be close to Iyasu? I don't know if he would be.
Not close enough to do Force Whisper,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Okay, so he's
Force Whisper is even with the 240 feet of a distant power. I don't think so.
Yeah. He's gonna just go in his comms. He's gonna tell Iyasu something. He's gonna be like, Wisa need to be sure that nothing happens to Disa ship. Wisa have a lot of lives on board.
I know. That's why I'm guarding life support more than anything.
Wisa need as many as we can, with no problem by the time Wisa get there.
Let's hope we find out what's going on before we get there.
All right, be careful, my friend.
You as well.
And ends communication.
All right. As you all begin your rounds here, go ahead and roll either investigation or perception, and then we'll.
I
split
also
it
do
up
still
by
have
the
blind
region.
hiding up.
Okay.
I can.
Wow.
I can tempest, right? I can tempest, right?
Now guidance.
Yeah, you have enough time to.
Oh yeah, can I
I'll do
guidance
guidance.
that?
Perception
Yep,
or
you guys
investigation?
can.
Cool.
Either or.
Is it a
That's
D8
really good.
now? A D8 at level 11. Yeah, it's a D8.
Oh, sorry, that's a D6.
Oh, okay, so 30,
D6 was better.
30.
32 for me.
Damn. As a unit,
37.
you guys as a unit, when you have a task that you're trying to complete together, the Hulkbusters really show up, and in that time, nothing is passing you. Not even a sniffle from any of the clones that are around your vicinity.
Go get the sick bay!
But
Don't
sir,
spread
I
your
just
claws,
sneezed.
we're old men! We get sick easy.
But sir, it's just allergies. I can still work.
Ah! You fight soon. You'll be in tip-top shape.
That's good.
All right, I'm back.
Let's see here. Culture, also investigation or perception, your choice.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of hard to pick between the perception. I'm better at I have quadruple advantage and expertise. That's persuasion. I have
There you go.
quadruple. Wow, I rolled really badly for perception. 21.
Then wouldn't you have advantage? So wouldn't it be the 20?
And not 20, man.
Out of 4 rolls, it was a 21.
Yeah, that's persuasion for that first
Only
one.
Yeah, I
you
actually-
rolled
Oh,
Actually-
really? Oh,
Actually,
I
I will allow the first. I'll allow the first
It
roll
is the
because your
same
perception-
modifier, to be fair.
Yep, that's fine. I'll allow the
Absolutely.
nat
Thank you
20.
very much.
Yes.
You are a merciful God.
When I
Thank you,
try to be,
Carlos.
when I try to be.
He has his moments.
Some days I'm
Make up
merciful.
for all
Some
the
days I
dead-
stab you while you're on the ground.
Oh
You
yeah, I
have
just
to make
just
up
you
for
don't
all
get
the dead
concussion,
characters
man.
somehow.
Too many people talking at once.
Sorry.
Sorry.
All right, so though everybody has a very keen eye on the areas of the ship, there are only 2 areas that ping some sense of notice. The first is over at the communications area. Zarzar, you do see that an encrypted message had been sent out in the last 16 hours.
Can I decipher that message? I don't think I can.
That'd be a slicer's kit.
Ooh, I can do that if no one else can.
Anybody good at slicing? Misa
I'm
Needham-
That would be illegal. Maybe you should look over there.
I'm able to, but I'm not very good at it.
Edward can do it. Edward has a plus 10 to it.
No, I can assist Edward.
Edward, Misa needs you at communications.
Alright.
Very important.
All right.
message was sent out.
Oh.
Misa needs you to decipher.
It'll
There's
take
one-
Edwards and Dash a little bit of time to get over to communications, so we'll get to that in a second. Let's see here. Did I click
If
the
I
wrong
don't
one?
find
Yes, I
anything,
did.
you know, where I was. So I've made 2 investigation checks since I would check 2 separate places, or just be 1?
No, it's just one, and you're fine. You didn't. Like I said, it was only communications and the reactor that gave some sort of indication here.
Yeah, and I would have did. I mean, the reactor is what I did.
No, you weren't in the reactor. You were in the engine and hyperspace, different areas.
Hyperdrive. Sorry, hyperdrive.
Don't worry. Me and Deputy have it handled.
You named him. Oh no.
I made him a little cowboy hat. Of course I named him.
Oh,
He's getting attached. This is terrible.
Oh,
I
this
was
is
a-
great.
I'm gonna
the day
tell
it
you
dies.
the secret.
The
I
day
was
it-
attached the second it landed on my shoulder. That millisecond I was attached. Now me and Deputy have some important business to get to.
Oh no. There's gonna
Please
be a
continue.
character sheet.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. Let me just see one thing before I point out what you see here. Where is...
Amazing.
I swear I have to really Photoshop a hat on. Google couldn't help me.
No, not that one.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, so Culture, as you kind of are looking around, thankfully you have the ability to see individuals who are invisible. And as you kind of think back to the search on the last horizon, you realize why you guys did not find who you were looking for. As you look up at the reactor ceiling, and you see that a very large droid is currently positioned on the ceiling.
Oh, fuck.
With its head completely turned 180 degrees, looking down at you and the clones around you.
Oh, excellent.
Roll me a lore check as you can see it.
Boy, fun fact, Kelter's very good at a couple things, and very bad at the others. It's a 14.
I'll give you the 15 because this is based off of your bounty hunting experience.
Oh no.
As you look at this droid, you see an IG-86 droid looking down at you with black and red paintings. And as it looks down at you, you recognize this droid as the bounty hunter known as Helios 3E.
Fuck.
Does it seem like it knows I know it's there?
As you're looking up at it, roll me a deception check to see if you can play this off. Straight roll.
Boy, I'm real good at persuasion. I'm not very good at deception, though.
What kind of bounty hunter are you?
I'm the bounty hunter who can find you almost anywhere in the galaxy and convince you to put on some cuffs.
And then negotiate for better contracts.
He doesn't seem to react to you looking up at him as you kind of continue your search around and try and play off not seeing him.
Okay, well now what the fuck do I do? On a scale from 1 to 10, how dangerous is that motherfucker?
You know him to work with Cad Bane and Cad Bane directly.
Oh no. Oh no.
Fuck.
Now on the one hand, Kelter's sort of internally marveling, not that you can tell because of the deception and the mask, because that's a very cool bounty hunter. He has a lot of admiration for him. On the other hand, oh no, they are here for something, and there might not be the only one. Oh no. He's very concerned, and what course of action do I even take here? If I call more guys, he's gonna get suspicious. If I tell the clones he's here, he's gonna get suspicious.
Gotta make a decision. What's Culture doing?
To do is, how high is the ceiling?
Oh, it's pretty high. You're talking about 120, 150 feet up. This is like that large reactor room with the one bridge inside that wraps around the main reactor, and then it branches off. Actually, I can show you an image of what I'm talking about.
Oh, I see.
Let's see here.
Well then. I gotta check.
Something like
you said 120 or so feet up.
yeah. Let me So this is from Battlefront 2. So don't mind Grievous standing in there.
Oh.
I do mind.
Yeah,
Let's
you
see
said
here.
also.
There you go. So, Calter,
Okay.
you're standing next to one of the reactors, and you see this droid hoisted up on the ceiling, all the way up at the top of the reactors, just kind of keeping an
Okay.
eye on things below.
Important question. If hypothetically a very controlled flame were to spawn on the roof, what would happen? Very controlled. A very controlled flame were to spawn.
Emphasis on controlled.
Well, you know where it's coming from, so yes.
I would say that you could hit a target. You know it's probably not the best thing to do inside the reactor of a ship.
Yep, got it. What I figured. Okay, that's one. Okay, got it. Let me check some other stuff. I need to check my ranges.
While this is going on, Sazash and Edward finally meet up with Zarzar.
All right.
As
So,
go ahead.
while Edward's doing most of this, I'm assisting him. My assistant is like, so look, there's this old school technique you gotta try. It's really cool. It's a workaround. These new systems don't know how to handle it. Whack it really hard.
Damn! Whoa! Hold on, it wasn't.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Jumbo. They don't know what to do with it. It freezes the system for a couple of seconds.
What the hell?
I'll take the advantage and the temples if I'm allowed.
No comment. Just take the advantage.
All right.
Yeah, no comment. That was just gonna look. What? Okay.
All right.
He's older than me.
Arthur's
So.
kit check with advantage. Zarzar, if you want, you can cast guidance.
Oh yeah, I'll cast guidance.
I'll take it. Give me that D8, baby. 30.
30. Exactly.
30 is still pretty good. As you begin to pinpoint you can't get the message. The message was encrypted. It was it comes up as gibberish from what you can tell. It almost resembles binary, but even that is beyond your complexion. But at the very least, you do tell where the message went to. The message was on its way to Coruscant, and it was sent immediately after departing Corellia.
What?
All right. Carlos.
Yep.
How do I tip off? So the only thing I had that could have hit it is too dangerous to do in here. So how do I I'm very sorry, Carlos. This is a very
It's okay.
important thing that I cannot fuck up. I mean, the clones in here are gonna know I'm attacking something, but they won't be able to see it. So I'll have to point out where it is. How close is he to the reactor?
To the reactor, not close at all. He's on the ceiling, hoisted up. Actually, with that natural 20, I will say that you do notice that he is about 10 feet away from a ventilation shaft.
So if I do attack him, he's probably going to make his way into that skedaddle.
And he seems to have a very good grip onto the wall. You can guess that this individual has a climbing speed.
So in other words, he's going to be able to climb quickly, and it's going to be difficult to bring him down. I can make this hug him very tightly. I'm rather confident that it won't hit the reactor, but no, you said it's a bad idea. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna open up the comms and I'll just start talking to the other guys and try to subtly hint that they should come to the reactor room.
As you guys are receiving this information, Calter contacts you. Calter, roll me another perception check.
Another perception check.
Oh no. Oh!
That's a 32.
Oh!
32.
There's a more
shit.
average roll.
You do see that Helios 3E emits a small little disc that starts to spin around.
What is that?
You expect he's trying to attempt to listen to your conversation here.
Okay, so I know he can hear me.
Oh,
All right. Could I roll a persuasion to try and... No, that'd be a deception. I'm not even going to try.
It would be
and spin
deception,
it like
yeah.
that. I'm not even going to try and spin it like that. Let me check my features real quick. Nope. 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 No, that's not going to work. No. Nope. Nope. No. No. Well, fuck. Yeah, no, I guess I'll roll deception for this, but more or less Calter's going to try and, without directly making it think I've noticed it or anything, try and get at least a couple of them to either come here or just let them know that I know what's here and I know where it is at this moment. And that it's in here. So they can do with the information as they will, but I'm going to try and communicate to them that the intruder is in the reactor without letting the Helios know that I know it's there.
Okay, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
All right, so no.
Yeah, this is
As,
very important.
As you make this communications, and you can tell that this individual is attempting to listen, which are going to go ahead and roll their perception real quick.
Oh, please, it's gonna be high, isn't it? Oh.
They do have advantage with hearing.
Oh, I knew it. They had to be pulled out as soon as they pulled out the fucking disc.
Yeah,
I already knew.
Let's see here, perception. So they definitely are hearing this conversation.
Now it's just a question if they realize what I'm hinting at.
Yep. So as you begin to try and convey this important message without actually saying it, Calter contacts. Who are you contacting specifically?
Should be Zarzar.
Zarzar is absolutely. Do we have like an open channel thing though? Because I'd like everyone to know what I'm trying to tell them.
You do
Zarzar
have an
will
open
go
channel.
alone if no one else. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to open channel with the Hulkbusters and the old timers. No one
All right,
specific.
sounds good.
Anyone who can afford to make their way down here absolutely should make their way down here if they understand this.
All right, fair enough. So as you try to explain the situation without explaining the situation, go ahead and roll a deception check.
Oh
7.
no.
Oh, that hurt.
That's bad.
That's very bad.
Lucky?
Worse.
Wait,
He does
does he
not
have
have
advantage?
advantage. He does not have
Let's go!
advantage.
I roll.
Oh!
So Calter says Calter is very bad at this. He's a terrible attempt. I think it's obvious to everyone except for the droid.
Hey, Zarzar's gonna.
Something's wrong with that bounty hunter. We should go check on him.
Yeah, just like that.
No, we're not gonna say in the comms. I'll probably be like, Calder, get off the comms, please.
Okay. And
We're
then
gonna
he
check
ends
this
the
to
call.
figure out what he's trying to tell us since he failed so badly at his deception, or do we figure it out right away?
Well, failing so
You
badly
do
at
not-
deception means it's obvious what I was saying.
Yeah, it was obvious. It's obvious what you're saying, but not obvious to the droid.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's hella good though.
It's-
Then I start heading for the engine room. About halfway there, I go invisible.
Yeah. When I hang up, I look at Deputy and sort of just nod, like, yeah.
Zarzar's gonna tell Captain Camrix to hold down here, and if he can, get some more troopers to back him up. And then Zarzar's gonna head over there.
All right, sounds good. Going over to so you guys are going to the reactor room, not the engine room, because we're actually going to go to the engine room where Edward is currently investigating the area, and this is before you receive any of these messages from your companions. As you're looking around, you see that there's nothing in terms of sabotage in the engine room. However, one thing does get your attention as you see a glimmer in the far corner of the engine room, and as you kind of look, you notice that there's a camera, and you say, "Oh well, this is normal. It's a military class ship. Of course, there's a camera looking at the engine room." You look at the other two corners in the room, and there are two more cameras of different models.
Oh no.
As you look at the camera in that corner, you see that this camera is one that is hangable. It's kind of just placed there.
Anything anymore. I don't even trust the synthetic animals. I don't trust.
Edward, are you speaking? I can't hear you at all.
I think someone else was talking to him.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, that's my brother's in the room. That's on the phone.
oh. So I want you to shut the fuck up. Anyway.
His bunny just died and he's over here and he's very upset.
Oh, I apologize. Sorry for his loss.
That's sad.
It's very sad.
But yeah, keep going. There's two cameras that are different models from the camera that I see.
And then there's one that you see, and as you kind of take a closer look, because of the difference in tech, you do notice that this one is one that was placed there. It's not embedded into the ceiling like the other two are.
So, but I still feel as though this camera could not see me, right? From the fucking whatever thing I have that gives me invisibility.
Yeah, I mean, no, that is the case. It's more so that you notice that there is an external camera inside the engine room.
It's probably not a smart idea to shoot my ion cannon at it, right? Or my ion sniper. It's not gonna. I mean, it's far enough that it's not gonna affect the engine, right? It's not
gonna affect the engines, no.
I'll go ahead and I'll aim and take a shot.
Sure, go ahead and take a shot.
Well, that's right. I don't have advantage, so let me take that.
That definitely hits a stationary camera. And that definitely destroys a stationary camera.
Then I'm gonna. All right, put the gun back on and assume that's all I find, right?
That is all you find inside the engine room. Yes.
It's funny because the other two cameras are just gonna see a blast and it's map funny.
The other two, the thing with the engine room is the furthest away from the ship. So by the time you got to the engine room, the communications had already been deciphered. It's at this point that you receive the message from Calter that he needs assistance in the reactor room. And seeing as you just destroyed a camera, you you can take the hint a little bit better than most in terms of what's going on.
Action dash. I assume it takes more than a minute to get over there, right? Because it has night speed.
Yeah, just because it's different levels, you got to take lifts. It's complex.
With an action dash, I believe I can bonus action dash. I'm still moving at 120 feet regularly.
Can Zarzar say something, on the comms?
What are you trying to say?
He wants to say that not everyone should go there. We should have some of us stay behind, just in case.
It's gonna take me the longest to get there, so
Yeah, I've also got 120 speed with move and dash and bonus action move.
I cannot bonus action dash, so I'm only at 80 feet.
Alright, then. So I'm going to hurry there, but as I get to the engine room, I will obviously slow down. As I said, about halfway there, I go invisible, so I'm just running up walls to avoid anyone in the hallways, that kind of thing.
Are you going to the reactor room, Sadash, or engine room?
It was the reactor room was where Culture called from, right?
Yes.
So I'm heading for the reactor room. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'll be heading.
I just want to.
I'll be heading to the
I assume
reactor
they
as
were in
well.
the same room originally.
Let's see here. Counter, roll me another perception check.
Other perception. All right. If I have to guess, he's probably about to try and leave or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's a nat 22, nat 20s.
You're rolling to
I don't know
GM,
why I rolled.
but-
I don't know why. I thought I.
It's okay,
Oh no,
I
it was
see.
on public. I turned it to GM. I don't know why I rolled again. I could have just stopped with the first one.
I see the two nat 20s, but as you look up, the droid is gone.
Fuck. I'm gonna go over comms. So bad news. The thing I cleverly hinted to being around before left for some reason, so I don't know where it is now.
Immediately say back, could be the camera I just shot down in the engines.
Why would you shoot a camera?
It wasn't supposed to be there.
Yes, and when you saw it, whoever put it there learned that we now know where they are. Or at least that we know something, which would cause them to act.
The only way that makes sense is that if it's a droid that's hunting us.
Well, I mean... Yeah, it's a droid.
There's a droid hunting us.
Yeah. Well, maybe not hunting us, maybe just one specific person on the ship, maybe.
He just wants to sabotage the ship.
Well, to be fair, the droid in question, I'm actually familiar with him.
You know him?
Yeah,
Oh, it's after you.
I'm still in the engines
yeah.
at this point. I'd like to make a stealth check.
That'll be Helios, bounty hunter droid, works with Cad Bane on occasion. Bad
Do we know Cad
business.
Bane? Do we know Helios? The rest of us who are
Everybody
not bounty
knows.
hunters?
Everybody knows Cad Bane.
I don't know if the old timers who have been living on a rock for a bunch of years do though. That'd be a
Lord check?
lore check with disadvantage based off of your one planet life.
I'll just roll again on that one. See which one is the worst.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
Oh, that's not Nose Guy. I remember him when he was a kid. Call him
Yeah.
Cad Bane then. Hated it.
Oh, that's good. You should write that down so if we.
Oh no!
If we
Yeah,
encounter
what did you just say?
him.
Oh yeah, 223s, 2 4s. If I'm still at engines, I'd like to, stealth, and I assume people are going to come this way now, so I'm going to wait here. 34. I didn't say tempus first, so never mind. 34.
Fair enough. Oh. All right. It's at this point that Yasu, Zarzar, and Zazasha all meet up in the reactor room with Culture.
Now, before you get mad, it was like 120 feet up. I couldn't shoot at it without putting the reactor in danger, because the only thing I could have hit it with was a little too volatile for a room like this.
No, that's fair. I'm not
If
mad
it's
at you.
up, I'm gonna look up and take a look around the ceiling.
It probably went into that fence, so if we have some way to monitor where the movement in those in case of pests, that'd be wise.
Does that vent look like it's open, or is it still closed?
The vent is closed.
Zar's gonna ask out loud. Does anyone know where this event go to? To all the troopers and everyone in the room.
It's like an air vent or something, right? Probably goes to a lot of places.
It connects to a lot of systems within the ship.
Yes, sir. It seems that the ventilation shafts on this ship are quite complex.
Damn.
Jesus, let's track it. Survival.
Perfect for an intruder to carry around, to move around in.
Yeah.
Carlos, are you making us play Among Us? Seriously?
No.
He's not imposter!
This whole situation
Eject everybody. It's the only way to be sure.
I'm calling a meeting in the cafeteria.
Press the button. Press the button.
This is
Emergency
kind of
meeting.
stuff.
Well, if you blow away a camera, he suspects he's probably going to be found out, so he's going to be looking for an exit. I'm going to head back to the hangar.
Hangar and escape pods are probably two important places to check. Dangerous enough that we might want to put some people on the where's the room where you steer the ship from called again?
The bridge.
The bridge. That droid's scary enough that if its goal is to stop this ship and it knows it's been found out, it might be heading towards the bridge.
Yusa might be onto something. Wisa head there, and Misa let Admiral know.
All right, we gotta move quickly.
Because I don't want it stealing my ship. We put a lot of money into that thing.
That guy is pretty fucking fast.
I have
Hey, and Kelter is going to start moving. Kelter and Deputy are going to make their way to probably just the bridge is a good place for us to go.
Hey, when you guys get to the bridge,
I'll head to
check
the
and see
hangar
if there are
then.
any sensors for the various hatches. Can we find out which one's opening and closing?
Already on it. Let's go, Deputy, and then he starts running.
I'll head to the hangar.
You guys, before you guys head out, you kind of look at each other and you're like, "Who the hell is Deputy?"
Why did the bird have a hat?
Where did he get the hat?
I was about to ask that. Where did you even get that?
You'll never know. It's one of my darkest secrets.
I'm gonna actually, before everyone starts leaving, I'm going to upcast Burst of Speed to 4th level and give it to myself, Colt, Colt here, who else is with us right now?
I can be fast too.
Zarzar and do you need to see? Oh, you have blind fighting, so you can see see Zash. So yeah, you can give it to all four of you.
Yeah, I'll do that then. So you guys have an extra 10 feet of movement.
For an hour.
For an hour.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Alright, and now I'll start heading to the escape pods.
Okay.
All right. When Kelter arrives to the bridge, he's immediately gonna, make sure everyone's on alert, make sure they know that we might have an intruder coming in here soon, any moment now, and gonna reach into his jacket and place his hands on 2 vibro blades and sort of tap them, and begin watching, ready to fight.
All right.
I can still see invisible things, by the way.
As you all go to your respective areas, some of you to the bridge, some of you to the hangar, and some of you to the escape pods. Those of you who make it to the bridge, as you approach, let's see here, let's get rid of some of you here. Zarzar's at the bridge, so is Zash. Camrex would have been with them. And Kalter, did you go to the bridge as well?
Yes, I was the first one to leave for the bridge, I think.
Alright, fair
One
enough.
started running, because I was the one who said he might be going to the bridge, so I made my way there.
So you all approach as the Admiral, who seems to have been mustered out of his sleep, is already back on the command bridge, as he says, "What is your status report, General?"
We've got a heavy-duty bounty hunter droid on the ship. It might be making its way here now that it knows we've discovered it.
What he say?
And Kelter's going to reach into his jacket, pull out the 2 vibro blades, and then just sort of let go of them as they begin floating around. Admiral, is there any chance we get more guards down here? Or up here? I don't know what the proper term is when we're in a spaceship.
We need more troopers.
Listen, this bounty hunter droid is a heavy-duty motherfucker. Trust me. I know my shit when it comes to bounty hunters, and this guy. And if you know who Cad Bane is, this is the kind of hunter that works with him. They're the same sort of tier, if you know what I mean. If we weren't here, there's a good chance it would tear its way through this entire fucking ship.
Fair enough. He clicks a button and begins to speak into a comm speaker as he says, "Attention all troopers. Please prepare for battle. Enter battle stations within the vessel, and I need an extra 2 squadrons to head up to the command bridge. That is all."
It's likely either going to escape through a pod or the hangar or try and come here if it's really that dedicated to, I don't know, stopping us from making it to planet. Might have been hired by the CIS.
Misa don't think this a droid come here where all Wisa here. This a droid might go where Wisa not there. Where there not enough of us.
Possible, but it depends on its goal. If it wants to stop the ship, the bridge is probably one of its better options. If it wants to escape, hangar or escape pod. If it just wants to slow us down, possibly at detriment to itself, it might go for engines, hyperdrive, or maybe even reactor again. There are several possibilities, and unfortunately, we don't know what it's here for specifically.
Did Wisa leave anyone at reactor?
Of course, we left the squads that were guarding it with me in there. Might not be enough if it decides to go there, though. No way to cover all of our bases equally. At the end of the day, we just gotta hope that we've got enough guys wherever it does decide it needs to be.
Misa, and go to reactor room.
Good idea.
And Zarzo's gonna.
Reactor's pretty high priority. If it decides it's willing to go down to finish its job, it could blow the whole ship to hell.
All right. See here. Gonna change this here to this.
What am I standing behind right now?
Hold on 1 second. I'm not looking at the map.
Okay.
And 12.
Oh shit.
You are currently standing behind. That is an information panel. It's one of those glass
there like
ones that are quite thin. You can see through it.
Is there like an underneath of it?
Like, I mean, there's a base that it kind of stands on, so you can't like really hide under it.
I'm just asking if there's any space under it.
There's no space under it. No, it's just kind of a
All right,
flat.
I'm gonna reach to my shoulder, take Deputy off of it, and put him down. Stay here. This is gonna get nasty, and then go to the other one.
He flies back onto your shoulder.
God damn it, Deputy! Loyal soldier. All right, let's go.
As you wait and wait.
Admiral, do we have any way to detect openings and closings in the ventilation? It seems like it's using that to move around.
Already on it, sir. Give me a second.
Excellent work. Thank you very much, Admiral.
He does notice the opening and closing of the ventilation one of the ventilation shafts in the reactor room. A few minutes prior to you entering into the command center.
Was that when we were in the reactor room?
That's what you can guess, yeah.
All right.
And
disregard that. That was it leaving the reactor room while I was stationed in there.
He states that there are no other openings and closings at the moment.
All right. Keep an eye on that. It might find another way out, or be able to hide the opening. I don't know.
Or it's still in there.
Are there any ventilation? Where are the ventilation entries and exit? It's in this bridge.
He points them out. There are 4 of them.
All right.
I will mark them.
Can we get some troopers untrained on those?
Fair enough. So
Thanks.
there is one here. Oh, damn it. Gosh, man.
Line.
This thing's unlikely to make its way right through the front entrance if it's making its way up here.
Alright, so we got one there. We got one here. We got one back here. And then we got one over this computer terminal here. So I'll make it a little bigger so it's a little bit more visible, but it's only 4 squares big.
Alright.
Alright. So as you suggest this, troopers position themselves all around them.
Alright. And I will...
And you also have 8 troopers guarding the main entrance as well.
Excellent work. I will position myself right about... I gotta put myself on one of them. I can't be on all of them. I'll position myself over here.
The Admiral is consistently looking at the information here. Oh my goodness, I forgot his name. Now I gotta look back at my notes. What the fuck?
I have one of my vibro swords is over here. One of them is over here. And then I am over here. This is the only one that only has the 4 troopers.
See. Why can't I find the Admiral's name? Oh, you know what? I think I... Dow, thank you. Oh my goodness.
In my notes.
I have made small tokens for my vibro swords to denote where I have put them.
Let's see here.
I have a question. Is that droid in the top 10?
Yes, most definitely.
Ooh, which number? Do you know?
Calcher
If
doesn't
not,
know.
Don't
The
worry.
lore check,
All right.
lore check wasn't high enough for that.
Fair enough. And I'm going to put one last thing down before we start. I'm going to put an incendiary mine directly on this one so that they're all guarded. And then I'll move that.
All right.
Here. So I have put something on every single entrance. You cannot come in here without getting hit by me, a mine, or a sword. That is a major incendiary mine, by the way.
All right. So Dow is going to continue his investigation here, as he is going to roll his investigation check on the device. If I can find his page, there we go. Oof.
He didn't roll very well. He can have a D4 for that, though, because I'm going to use my human defiant. So he will gain a D4. Alright, 16 is better than 13.
16. As he begins investigating more of the openings and closings, he starts to go back. And he's trying to go back hours. You guys are probably halfway there at this point. There's still about a day of travel left.
I am going to warn these troopers to stand a little bit farther from the mine, because it has a 15-foot range on it. They have guns. They can be farther away. I don't want them to explode, too, if it comes through there, okay? Thank you. Excellent. Okay, they will not be caught up in the explosion if it goes off.
But at the moment, Dow is having trouble finding any sort of anomalies or anything of that nature.
Progress
Meanwhile,
report now, Admiral?
Still searching.
God damn it.
Give me a moment, Bounty Hunter.
No problem.
He begins to continue his search. As this is going on, you bump into Cloud as the two of you turn around to head back to the escape pods. Domino Squad had stayed positioned there, and as the two of you approach, they all salute you as they say, "Welcome, sirs. Nothing to report. All escape pods are still in their primary holdings."
Very good. I'm gonna stay stationed here until further notice. We're not really sure what its next move is, so we just have to play smart and cover all our bases the best we can.
Calter is going to be regularly going over comms and giving progress reports to the rest of the crew, so they know that it hasn't broken in here. Proper tactical procedures, you know.
Just try not to explain too much. We don't know if it's still been listening.
It's just very quick. It's nothing yet, that sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just keep watching. Keep watch, and so just keep watch. Just pacing back and forth through the escape pods and just keeping a lookout.
Alright, fair enough. Zarzar is still heading back to the reactor. Colonel Mustard is back on the last horizon. Sazash, you're also in the command bridge, or did you go back to the reactor with Zarzar?
I went to the hangar near our ship to keep an eye out there on our ship.
Copy that. So you'll
I'm
meet up
watching the
with.
hangars as a whole, since there's that a whole, because we can see from one side of the hangar to the other. So I'm gonna just kind of wander around in that area invisibly and keep an eye on things.
Fair enough. And the good thing about the Venator is that it has blast doors on the top that kind of open up when the hangar opens up. And right now they are positioned in a closed position. So even if somebody were to get inside a ship in mid hyperspace without those blast doors open, it would be almost impossible to get off the ship.
Right. So I should see somebody if they're trying to do that. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye out. Also means I can go
Fair.
back and forth between the two sides without worry.
Fair enough.
But just to be on the safe side, if I cross across that middle, I still dash quickly so I don't, in case something happens right as I'm moving. Because I'm
Copy that.
old fuck.
I get it. Let's see here. So as everyone is kind of positioned inside their areas, Edward, please roll me a perception check.
Right.
As you're kind of positioned, how close to the camera were you?
The one I destroyed.
Yes.
I would have been a good distance away from it. If I, especially since I'm hiding, I don't want to hide where I just destroyed something.
Okay. So let's just, we're going to use the same map here, just to kind of give what it would be like. So if we're only including, let's see here, if we're only including this area here as part of the engine room, I would say that the engine would be in the center here. And then the hyperdrive would be over here. The camera that you found was over in this area here where I have a little star drawn. And then you have two more cameras that were overlooking the engine. So where would you be placed in terms of all this?
I would have shot the camera and then heard everything. So I probably looking to hide as well. There isn't many places to hide. I guess honestly, I would have stayed here. This is the best place to probably hide around here.
Okay. So as you're kind of peering around and looking, systems seem normal. You kind of peer over on the side, kind of look at the hyperdrive, systems feel normal. It's at this point that the Admiral gets a ventilation opening over in the over above the hyperdrive.
All right, and of course, the moment that happens, Kelter's going to come over comms and say we have something in the hyperdrive. Let everybody know that we've got an opening
That's
there.
the engine room, right?
That is the engine room, yes. Hyperdrive is where the engine room is.
I will double time it and start heading that direction.
As you say this over the comms, Edward, you hear a large explosion.
Fuck.
Oh shit.
Where?
As it is a construct, so we'll have disadvantage on this. As this individual, as you just see, you see bright lights coming from the ceiling of the room above, and a large explosion impacts the center of the hyperdrive.
And do I see where it came from? Probably not.
That is a disadvantage roll there, so that is going to fail.
Oh no, Oh, come on.
If someone could please roll me. Actually, I got it. I forgot I had the sheet open. We are going to roll a regulation check for the ship. It's a DC 15. See here. Regulation.
Damn.
Oof. As you all hear this notice from Calter, the ship suddenly drops and jolts out of hyperspace.
God.
Edward, you kind of look over and you're kind of shocked at the impact of the blast and just the speed of everything. And as you look over, they can take the hide action as a bonus action, so they will go ahead and hide again.
Damn.
Unfortunately, with the 20 perception, you do not see anyone.
God.
As the ship stops, all of you just kind of jolt in place as the ship is hoisted out of hyperspace. And Edward, you look over and you see that the hyperdrive is damaged, not destroyed, but damaged.
I'll just run right to the hyperdrive. Well, I guess I'll do my 40 feet because I can't.
Roll me an investigation check as you approach there.
I assume I don't have time to temp boost myself.
No, you do not.
Investigation, normal. And investigation, 18. I can use a luck point. 18.
Jeez Louise.
What the hell?
As you look around, the smoke emitting from the hyperdrive is your first instinct as you go up to it and you start to suppress the fire as much as you possibly can. Try to salvage whatever you can of this hyperdrive. You look immediately. Motivator is shot. You're going to need a repair. It's probably going to take some time to repair. Then you start looking up, trying to figure out where the hell this came from. It takes you a moment, but you come to the conclusion that the vent must have been opened, as you see that part of the hexagonal shaft that is placed over the vent is a little loose.
How small are these vents?
They're 10 by 10 feet. It's more so that some of them go in vertical fashion, so you might need a climbing speed to get through, or you could fly through.
Yeah, I can fly through them. I guess I'll just wait for everybody else to get here. I'll let them know what I see. That it's definitely ventilation, but I guess but that's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to say too much.
The Admiral is now getting up as he looks over at the rest of the men. He says, "Is everyone all right?" Starts looking at the
Mine
systems.
didn't go off, right?
No, it doesn't seem like it.
Oh.
We seem to have internal damage to the hyperdrive. Hyperdrive is all offline. He starts speaking into the comms. Can all mechanics and technicians please make your way to the engine room immediately?
Make sure they're escorted. It might come back, or guard it to make sure no one can fix it. Or it might be
Yes,
going
sir.
for a different target. Either way, make sure those engineers are guarded.
I'll stay here to help fix the hyperdrive.
I think Iyasu would trying to do this cat and mouse game. But try to figure out through the forest. Maybe he can pinpoint a location. So he is going to plan to move. I guess he'll close his eyes and try to remember the life support and try to cast danger sense upon it and seeing if going towards it, what the forest will tell him by going towards that location at this moment.
Okay. as you cast Danger Sense on the probability of life support being the target of this individual, you get a result of peace for that.
Okay.
Peace if he goes towards it.
No, peace, because if I start walking towards it, it'll be peaceful. So that means it's not dangerous right now.
It could also be that you'd be able to stop it from exploding, which would be dangerous.
Well, that would be me a danger because it would be dangerous, but it would be worth the danger because I'd be there to
Okay,
guard it.
Got it.
So, I guess how close is the escape pods from the reactor?
Reactor's like the core of the ship. Escape pods are along the sidings. So I'd say they're not terribly far. Possibly the same level.
What about the bridge?
What was that?
How about in comparison to the bridge? How close is it to the bridge?
To the bridge? The bridge has its own escape pods.
I see. Alright, Kelter's gonna speak up again. Alright, at least we know it's not trying to blow the entire ship up. It would have gone on directly for the reactor if that was the goal. It's slowing us down or completely stopping us. Might be coming here next. Since this is probably the second best option besides hyperdrive or reactor. Either way, keep your eyes peeled.
Zarzar, because Zarzar casts Danger Sense towards the comms area.
Sure.
To see if it's gonna be the next target. Danger Sense.
That is also a result of peace.
Okay, so it's not the comms either.
Alright, what about the bridge?
Shit, I should have put it towards the bridge. But I'm going to the reactor. I should have put it towards the reactor, but I just wanted to make sure that the captain would be okay.
Let's see here. Admiral Dow is going to scan
it again.
as one of the troopers is going to give them the direct action, and he is going to scan the area of the ship.
Damn.
He's also going to investigate further into the ventilation shaft here. It's a little better for the investigation, as he says, all right, nothing to report other than the ventilation shaft over the hyperdrive, which is obvious considering that we're no longer in hyperspace. Do we follow him in? Do we wait where he's going to go next? And he just kind of thinks he thinks to himself, and he says, I don't know how he got on board.
There's a chance he might have come on while we were docked, remember? Or he docked for a while there, might have been waiting for us. But I don't know how he would have known we were docked there. We didn't even know until we made the detour halfway through.
It's not even. I don't think that he got onto your ship.
Might have come on board when we were back at on planet side. Could have been
He
waiting
might have
for
come
us
on
there
board while we were
after
at
all.
Corson.
Yes, that's what I said. Planet side on Corson. That's the only planet we've been on since this.
And we haven't
journey
been
began.
down since. We haven't
So-
deployed fighters.
Corelli.
My item 8 is way under the. My item 8 is way on then. After all, I mean, obviously they'd know there were SIPs here, and they had intel knowing that this ship would be heading where it is, and they were hired by CIS. I just don't know how they get that intel.
Dal kind of thinks to himself and he says, we have to wait for him to make the next move.
Like I said
He's
before,
rolling
most
really
likely
bad on
targets
his...
Yeah, it really is.
Most likely targets are either the bridge here or the reactor. I doubt it's going to try and make its escape at this point. We've been slowed, not stopped. I'm not sure it'll be satisfied with that.
Get some crew in to fix the hyperdrive.
At this point, there are a group of technicians that start to make their way into the bridge. I mean, into the engine room. As Edward, you do see them start to do their repairs on the hyperdrive. As you hear one of them say, this is some bad damage. This is going to take us at the very least 12 hours. The Admiral is ferociously looking at the main terminal here, and as he does so, he receives an indication that another vent is opened. And he says, pinpointing location now.
As a note, at this point, since it sounds like the damage has been done, I'm going to head back to the hangar. Because there's no point in me heading to the engine room if he's already left. So.
Okay. As you're heading to the hangar, the Admiral pinpoints to the location, and he says, the waste receptacles?
What?
He kind of looks and he says, the vent opened in the waste receptacles.
We don't have anyone there.
What would he be doing there?
Do you communicate
a few
this?
moments passed.
He's a droid.
I mean,
it might be trying to eject out of it. Be picked up by
and
a contact.
as you say this, he says, the manual override's been engaged. As you all kind of look out the side, you do see that there is a small portion of debris exiting from the ship. And he says, all right, let's try and close this. And he closes the waste receptacle.
That's more than a little dangerous, is relying on something to pick it up. There's a chance it didn't actually go out and use that as a distraction to make us think it's left. Admiral, we got to keep our eyes open in case it hasn't actually gone.
Very well. Running
if there's more.
Running more scans. Hold on a moment. I'm reading a ship's power signature in the rear of the ship.
What?
He speaks out into the intercom. All available fighters, please prepare for deployment.
Am I anywhere near our ship at this point?
I'd say you're an action away, since you decided to head back.
Who was on board our ship? Was Colonel on board the ship?
I think it's just Colonel.
Then I'll contact the Colonel. Let's get the ship fired up. Let's get ready to go. See if we can catch this guy before he exits to hyperspace.
It does take 5 minutes for a medium ship to start up. Unless you guys are going to do, what kind of checks are they?
I think it's piloting or astrogation. I think it's piloting. Do an emergency.
Nothing
start.
I can do, so that's up to the Colonel, if the Colonel can do it.
I mean, I could probably make it to the hangar and get on the ship probably to help out. At least on gunning side, if anyone needs a gunner.
It will take you some time. You're at the reactor, so it'll probably be...
I could do a night speed and then run my way over.
Yeah, it'd still take you maybe like 2-3 actions.
Okay.
Or
That's still
rounds to get there.
Yeah, I could probably do it in a minute or so. So I'll probably do that.
All right. They are piloting checks. Let me just make sure of that. I know astrogation is for hyperdrive. I mean hyperspace.
Admiral, would we be able to get eyes on that ship?
Not from our current position. I'm only reading power signatures at the moment.
God damn it. Any guns facing that direction? I'm guessing no.
There are two, but it's hoisted on the back of the ship.
Oh. Fuck.
We don't necessarily have guns pointing directly at our ship.
Well, I didn't realize it was hoisted. Damn it. Fighters are gonna take at least 5 minutes to start up.
Where was the waste? That waste depot.
The rear and the back of the ship.
That's really far. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's like the bottom back. It's the ass
Admiral,
of
is
the
there any
ship.
chance we could...
Yeah.
What kind of guns do we have facing towards the back? Precision or what?
No, these are, rear of the ship would be, point defense, laser cannon point defense.
Any chance we could, just in case it is in that at cluster of trash, fire a couple rounds into it?
Sure thing. Soldiers, take aim and fire, as, they each should take 2 shots.
What's that? Bad.
Debris gets destroyed, and, Colonel, it is, piloting checks.
Alright, if there was anything hiding in that debris, it's gone to hell now. Again, I'm not quite so sure it was there, though. That's dangerous,
That
especially considering
is,
everybody had known we had guns back there.
1 completed initiation out of 10. Give me a second here. I gotta roll to GM here, because you guys know C.
Yeah.
Sound
I need to take a quick run to the bathroom and get some water. I'll be back.
That was not GM.
I know, I realized.
Okay. It's like making sure.
Okay, do your second one. Alright, that is 19 is 2 out of 10, so you're now at 3. He is at 5. Okay. Next. Alright, you are now, let's see here, 8, and you are at 15, which puts you at 1 more, so you are now at 4. And next one. Alright, that puts you at 3. As you're put at 3, the Admiral recognizes that something is going on behind the ship based off of the first scans. And he says, power signatures from this individual ship are reading full power. Seems as though he's about to make a jump.
Is he still hooked?
The Admiral looks and he says, I can't tell if he's still hooked or not. I'm just reading that his ship is at full power.
Let's fucking hope not. If he's still hooked, he's gonna take a chunk of us with him.
Here. Go ahead and roll me your next piloting check, Colonel. 18, so that puts you 2 more. Yeah, 2 more. So now I believe you're at 9. Yeah, 7 plus 2 is 9. Yep, you're at 9. Go ahead and do this. Last piloting check, Colonel.
Ooh, nice.
Your ship engages. At this point, Yasu, you are already on the ship, prepared in the gunner seat. The blast doors have begun to open, and the Admiral looks over at the screen, and as he looks over, Kaltra, you're looking out the main viewport, and he says, "Oh no!" as the individual disengages from the ship and is going to make an immediate jump right near your ship.
Damn.
And that is a 14 plus 3, which is a 17 for the hyperspace mishap because he made a jump real quickly. He's going to pass through a dust cloud, but that's all. He doesn't get stopped from it. He is gone, yes.
Damn it.
God damn it.
Well, let's see if we get some extra work crews done on it. I'm not committed. Well, I'm just gonna. I guess
Admiral,
I'll just power our
status
ship
report.
back down and close up.
Admiral, was that the out of it taking off?
That was the sound of it jumping into hyperspace.
Fucking Christ.
Running diagnostics now. Trooper, help me as he begins to scan for the radiation. Oh, it's a DC 20 for the scan, so the 21 will do it. And then he's going to probe to see if he can gain the direction. Ooh, he does! As he begins to run his calculations, he says, "Well, it seems as though we're gonna have a hard time discovering where he is. He's heading back towards the inner core."
Opposite direction of us.
Also, we don't have a working hyperdrive for the next half a day at the very least.
Seem to recall the Hulkbusters and those old timers have an engineer among them. Might be able to speed it up. Not by
Not me.
much, though.
Well,
Fucking
I'm gonna go
right.
relax in the hot tub for a while then.
This high tense situation is not good for these bones.
Admiral, I'm sorry.
Exoskeletons,
I
I
should
keep
have known.
telling you I don't have bones.
Admiral, I'm sorry. I should have known Oni was going to go for the hyperdrive.
No way you could have known that. We didn't know
Well,
what he
a
was
couple
going to do. We
possible
didn't know what his purpose
targets,
was.
and
Obviously, his purpose was to slow us down, and he succeeded. Point for the bad
Yeah.
guys. We see him again, we'll punch his face in. A lot.
Damn it.
Through the back of his skull or his brain casing.
Well, let's prioritize repairs. I will contact the Chancellor directly to let him know that we will not arrive at Malastore at the intended time.
Hey, wait a minute.
Well, we were making good time already, and once we get it repaired, we still have that one of them to double our speed.
But we have another ship that's hyperdrive capable. We can load ourselves and the Hulkbusters on board and maybe grab a couple of fighters to take with us. Well, we can only take one fighter with us. I think we plan to take the Red Hunter with us. And we can go to Malastore ahead of time and see what's going on because they've obviously delayed it for a reason. But if we can get there ahead of schedule, then we can catch them in whatever they're trying to do.
That's true, Admiral.
I mean, we may not have an army to back us up, but we can at least slow down whatever they're planning.
We'll still have a few troops with us as well.
This does seem to be a mission for a larger force, but if you can at least speak with the royalty on planet and get some things handled before we arrive, perhaps we can arrange something.
I mean, we could probably take at least one squad with us. They're just not going to have much in the way of sleeping quarters. Any other shuttles or any other hyperspace capable ships you have available could probably grab a couple of other squads. We want to leave at least a couple, though.
My ship is not very big, but it could hold a couple soldiers. I have a little extra room.
We've also got that, whatever that fire spray is. They can probably hold a couple people, so let's load up what we can and get going before, they have time to consolidate whatever they're doing.
And on
fair
the
enough.
side,
You can take
whoever.
You could.
Go ahead.
Oh, you can take the captain and Domino squad upon the last horizon. Additionally, if you have space for, I'd say, a dozen more troopers, you can take a dozen more regular troopers as well. I'll grant you 19 individuals plus your own party.
All right. On the bright side, I can reportedly say that my ship is fast enough to get there air quicker than I'm pretty sure every ship here.
Okay, so how many ships are you taking? Taking the Last Horizon and the Red Hunter. What kind of a ship do you have, Alfred?
It doesn't have a name. It's just a Tuscan in 8Q, but it's got a pretty nice hyperdrive on it, 0.5.
I said, what kind of ship is it?
I said a Tuscan 8Q, which is just like a scout ship. It's a small size.
Okay. Well, I don't know how many people can carry on that, but let's take.
Yeah, that's why I was saying I can't carry many.
The Last Horizon, the Red Hunter, your ship, and as many extra squads, including Domino, as we can.
Right.
So Domino and the captain could probably fit on the Last Horizon with the old timers. Then the Red Hunter and the rest of the Hulkbusters can go on to can be held with the dozen or so. Calter, unless you have a co-pilot seat, it's just you in there. So
I can carry. I do have. Technically, I have holding cells, so I could carry another person or two.
Yeah, let's just keep them on the Red Hunter.
It wouldn't be very comfortable, but I could get there fast.
Let me see here. I believe the Red Hunter also has a 0.5. No, the Red Hunter has a 1. And then the Last Horizon has a 1 as well. So you could go faster, but you'd be going faster by yourself. So I don't know how well that would work for you.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
We could share.
If we're arriving early, it might be in time.
A lot of that is hyperfleet coordinates, but yeah, let's just go at the same time and get there as quick as we can.
All right. I mean, my ship's very small. I do also have some cloaking capabilities, so I could go ahead and see what's going on. I have good scanners and good enough comm packets too. I could I could arrive there before you and update you on if anything's going on.
Yeah, but then you'd be by yourself.
Worst comes to worst, I can just jump back out.
Well, it's up to you. It's your ship. I mean, you can also just leave your ship here and just go with us.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be on my ship.
All right. Well, let's load up and get out of here.
Yeah, Calter's going to go up to the admiral. Admirable work, even if we were surprised. There was really nothing we could do there. That was an incredibly skilled operative.
The admiral just kind of looks defeated, and he says, "Well, we hope we can join you in the effort on Malastare. There's supposedly a treaty in order between the Dugs and the Republic, and if we're not there to protect their fuel lines, I don't know how well this treaty can be passed."
Yeah. May the force be with you, Admiral.
He kind of looks at you surprisingly, and he says, "And with you."
Yeah, and as I say that, he puts out his two hands, and the vibroblades fly back into them as he sees them. Good luck.
He just kind of ignores it and focuses more on the repairs. Edward,
I'm gonna grab my incendiary mine before I leave. And then I'm gonna go to my ship.
And Edward, you receive word that the group is starting to prepare for to part ways so that they can arrive to Malastare in due haste.
Alright, then I'll go meet up with the group. The daughter of the troop is here. Good luck. May the force be with everyone here. There you go.
They all just kind of salute you. Move forward.
And Kelter's gonna come over on the comms and sort of report, my ship's faster than yours, and it's small enough, it's got some stealth capabilities. I'm gonna arrive ahead of you guys and see what I can find. I'll report back, and if worse comes to worse, I'll jump out.
Very well. Just be careful.
Okay, so where can I go?
If you'd
Hello,
like
Hunter?
to join me on my ship, if you'd like, I have enough room for another on my ship.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, like you've been, or
Misa, go ahead. Misa, go ahead.
All right, General. Well, that's up to you, but
Misa, to make sure.
Captain Camrix kind of looks over at this decision and says, "Now, are you sure that's the best idea, General?"
No, but we still don't have many options.
Yeah, but our forces are already spread thin.
That's a fair point, General. It'd be better for you to stay A with the primary force. If I get shot out of the sky, I don't want to take the General with me.
So this are very true. Misa do not want to stay behind.
Of course, just go on the Hulkbusters or the Old Timer ship. They're a lot sturdier, less likely to be taken out.
Today, may the force
right.
be with you, sir.
And with you. And he
Good
salutes you
fortune.
and gets on his ship. Good luck.
And then Zarzar salutes back, and then starts
All right.
gungly walking away.
Gungly walking away. What does... I'm
don't
sorry,
wanna know.
can we
Gungan walk.
pause for a second? Can you please describe that to me?
He just like wobbly moves left and right as he's leaving.
The serious
Here's how it goes.
conversation.
He does the Gungan walk.
The serious
Jar Jar's walking
conversation
around.
undercut by how he walks away. Fucking hilarious. Kelter tries to leave Deputy on the ship, but I doubt that works out.
Nope, Deputy goes inside the cockpit of your ship with you.
God damn it.
He's actually
Deputy.
found a very
Wait,
comfortable spot as he's kind of looking up.
I can't.
No, I don't want to copy.
I can't tell if you're the bravest man I've ever met or the stupidest. Let's go. And he gets in the
Not even
piloting
mad.
seat. I've decided Kelter's going to talk to Deputy. Kelter is going to treat Deputy like he's full on just a person. That's just what I'm gonna do.
Oh my God.
He knows he's a porg. He knows he has put a cowboy hat on a porg and is calling him his partner. But I mean, it's a lonely life being a bounty hunter. Okay. A pet's very nice, and he's going to treat it like a person so that he doesn't lose his fucking mind.
The plot twist is the Porg's gonna save the day in the near future.
One day,
Right.
Deputy will prove himself to all the doubters, and all Kelter will have to say is "Told you so, motherfuckers."
Well, I just thought of something. Because of Cloud's feature, you guys. Because of Cloud's feature, you guys move at twice the speed.
Oh shit.
Does Kelter have that same feature?
I do not. I just have the higher warp class.
So, with the external dock on the Last Horizon, the Red Hunter can be externally docked to the Last Horizon, utilize its Class 1 hyperdrive, but move at twice the speed. So it's moving like it's a 0.5 hyperdrive.
Oh, I see.
So you guys will be moving at the same speed.
Nice.
Or Cloud could come on my ship and I could arrive at a quarter of the time.
Oh yeah, that's a greater idea. No.
I'm kidding.
So rather than taking you another day, you will arrive, as Sadash said, earlier than scheduled, and you'll arrive approximately 11 hours before you were supposed to, because this whole fiasco took about an hour of your time here.
Enough for a long rest.
Enough for a long rest, except for Calter, who is piloting his ship.
You take turns with Edward or something. I don't know.
No one's
I
on
didn't
my
really
ship,
spend
but
any of those.
also,
Oh yeah, never mind. You're alone. You could let your porg handle it. Your porg's a
Uh,
person.
I could, or I could let my central computer do it.
Or not.
Oh, that's true. I forgot you have a central computer. So yeah, you could take a. You could.
I'm a
take the
bounty
rest.
hunter. I have to drive for like hours at a time. Of course, I have something to pilot the ship for me.
All right. So you guys have ample time to take a long rest while you are heading towards Malistaire. And for the
Fun
sake of
fact.
brevity, as you
Fun fact: when he's not toting a prisoner, Kelter sleeps in the holding cell because it's actually a very nice holding cell.
Nice.
That is all.
Think cell/bed/bedroom.
I apologize. That is all.
it's okay.
Being a captive in luxury.
Yeah, no, that's the point.
Damn.
Here, I do want to see if there is. I should have that already. Yes, I do. I love when I have things already.
I like my sip. It's a very cool little sip. One day I'm gonna customize it and give it a name. But I
Alright,
need money for
so-
that, and I don't have money.
You guys arrive.
We're floating in space.
Yeah, you guys are dead.
It's,
Oh,
oh, look, it's the droids. We haven't
Why
seen
are the
those
droids here?
Because
Turns
I
out
used
the
the same
droids are the
template
one-
for space purposes.
Turns out the droids are the one who organized the sabotage. That's right, we work for the CIS now.
Oh, no.
Apologize about how fast we
Bastards.
replaced them.
Well, it's a cranky old man replacing a bunch of robots.
Technically,
But as you arrive to
Malice,
Malistaire, things seem quiet for the moment.
too quiet.
So we all get there around the same time because I understand that Kaltra and Zash or Zarzar were supposed to get there a little bit earlier.
Nope, you're all getting it at the same time because you guys have external docking, so the Red Hunter can dock on the external side, and then Cloud can move you guys at twice the speed, so you're moving at the same speed as Kalter's ship.
Okay, that works for me. All right, so once we're in range, comm to the planets. Actually, well, Zarzar should be calming because he's the general in charge of this operation. Unless you would prefer somebody else to the talking.
Yeah, most likely.
Most likely which?
Have someone else do it.
Okay. Then I will comm to the because we're supposed to be contacting the royalty there, right?
Oh shit.
Yep.
Actually, never mind. I guess I should be doing that, huh?
Yeah, the admiral should probably be the one doing that.
We can
The
General.
admiral's not with us. It's the captain or the general.
That's what I meant.
But
the
I am
general,
very
sorry.
fluent in speaking with muckety muck people. If you should need some assistance.
I mean, I need to be in it because I'm the actual general, but I also
Yeah.
appreciate.
You're like the representative.
All right.
You could get some
Misa
help.
appreciate Misa
All right, you
appreciate.
should screw it up. It's your fault, not mine.
If you want, I could tune in too and help out. I have very good persuasion, so I could help you. So I could give you the help action if you need to roll one.
Misa needs someone else talking with Misa.
I volunteer. Then again, having a bounty
Oh,
hunter
you're on the same
might be a
ship,
great
so
idea.
we're just hanging out here.
We're on comms.
Okay. We
Figured.
should contact them.
Okay. You contact and you receive a response immediately, as a very aggressive voice speaks back and speaks to you. What do you want?
Greetings, Misa and General Zarzar Fizz of Republic and Jedi Order. We shall come in use of defense. In oncoming attack. Misa requests landing so Misa can speak to the royalty.
We don't have landing pads large enough for your Venators.
Oh no, Misa no comment Venator right now. Misa in smaller ship.
Not yet. We're a forward party. We're here early.
Yeah, Misa in forward party.
Wait, you were expected here in a few hours with a full force. Where's the full army?
What do I say? We were sabotaged?
We'll be here as soon as possible. There was some slight delays.
These are some slight delays, so they shall be here as soon as possible.
Why is there a Squirtle on their comms?
It's my text tone, don't worry.
Why is your
No,
text
it's
tone
canon. They have a Squirtle on their
Why not?
planet.
It's canon.
Fair
now.
enough. I
It's
mean,
canon.
Yeah,
You guys
Smell
now
said the
know-
Squirtle
that
planet.
was Jerry.
Yeah. You guys now know what my favorite Pokemon is.
Fair
Congratulations.
enough.
Yeah,
That's a
you used
good
to have
choice.
I had an old phone that had the ringtone that was the Murloc.
Oh my gosh.
That was one of my favorites.
That's great.
Oh no.
I mean, Squirtle's a good choice though.
As you kind of await a response, he says, "You're going to have to speak with the Doge. Additionally,
Yes,
there seems to be alternative methods. It seems the Doge has anticipated the Republic's struggle with defending the planet."
what? Now that's sus as fuck.
We saw no struggle.
I have
We
questions.
still have everything under control.
Yes, it seems so, General. Please head over to
Carlos.
field. What happened?
Sorry. Please finish.
Please head over to Fuel Depot 75A, where you will dock inside the main hangar. Just one of your grand fleet of ships is needed.
So in other words, only one of the ships needs to dock. All right. No, Carlos. Question: are the people of this planet happy with the current arrangement that they have with the Republic?
It doesn't sound like it.
Not necessarily.
How much
Zarzar, you would
money
know
do the
that-
Royals have to their?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, they have. I mean, they're in charge of the largest fuel depot in the entire galaxy.
All right, boys. 60-40 chance that they hired Helios to slow us down so they have an excuse to end this relationship.
No.
That or maybe the whatever the heck they're called, the ISS or whatever, had probably hired them to hinder the relationship. even further.
Also possible. Either or like I said, lower possibility that they did it, but it is a possibility, methinks.
Yeah.
The fuel depot is just on the outskirts of Pixelito in the wastelands.
So be
Alright,
there.
I guess I'm gonna have to hop on one of your sips. Is there room for my sip to dock? It's very small.
No, we only got the room for the Red Hunter. Did they
Well,
say
what
there was
the
no
fuck are
other
we gonna
place to
do
park
then?
things?
No, they said that only one ship needed to land.
The hangar that you guys are going to the hangar that you guys are going to is only for one medium ship. Unless you want to land on the wasteland right above the fuel lines, I mean, that's up to you.
I mean, can we reopen comms and say that we have another ship that we need to land besides the
We've
one?
got 3 ships we need to land.
We have 3 ships that we need to land.
2
We can't
mediums and
just
1
leave them in
small.
orbit.
Isn't the one small inside one of the other ships?
Yeah, that one's docked on the other ship.
Yeah, and
There's no
Red Hunter
an
is a
internal dock. Yeah, none of you guys have an internal dock.
Oh, jeez.
The Gozanti is a medium-sized ship as well, so they can only externally dock.
Doesn't the Red Hunter have the smart brain? Couldn't we just give it a command to, basically?
Go land somewhere outside and.
Yeah. Or just.
Yeah, we could also have it in orbit.
Just let us know if any CIS ships show up.
Yeah. Mine also has a central computer, so I could tell it to do that too. I'm just gonna have to move to one of your ships before we dock.
Well, once we give commands to the Red Hunter, it could detach and you can park your ship on ours, jump out, and then do the same thing. So we'll just take a few minutes to switch crews around and things like that and have those ships deploy out, and they can travel together and cover each other.
Excellent.
Fair enough. All right, so that is the plan. As
My
you all
ship
are
is going to be making use of its stealth capabilities in case someone does show up. Hiding in the background so it's not seen. So it will have advantage on dexterity hide checks that rely on scanners while it's waiting for us.
here. We have this guy here, which will go right about there. Yeah. All right. As you approach the fuel depot on the outskirts of the main city known as Pixelito, you do see the very intricate and large tower that is positioned in the center of the fuel depot, as there are numerous fuel lines going towards various domes throughout this wasteland. The wastelands are quite crude. There do seem to be forested areas on the northern hemisphere of the planet, but it seems as though the fuel lines and the extraction of fuel has been quite detrimental for much of the planet.
Is the atmosphere breathable here? I think it is.
Man, this place is waiting to get blown up.
All right. As you enter inside the hangar very well is quite small, and it doesn't seem as there are many hangars at this fuel depot. They don't seem to receive much visitors in terms of personal ships. You do see that the fuel is emitted into canisters, which are magnetically lifted into the sky.
Air quality's fucking shit, though, right?
Air quality is breathable, but it's not the best.
That's what I thought. Good thing Calter's suit has a filter on it. That's like an actual thing. I have a filter against poison, so nice. That wasn't important to point out. I don't know why I did. I apologize.
You land inside the hangar with the Toscan fighter docked on the top of the Last Horizon.
No, it's up in space.
Yeah, mine's up in space because they only wanted us to land one ship.
Okay, so the Toscan and the Red Hunter are in orbit.
Yeah, they've been given.
Oh, I thought you guys were
AI.
switching ships around.
We were switching
No,
ships
we were
so they could
switching
get out.
people around. I was getting in and then sending my ship the command to undock and enter stealth and just watch while hidden.
Copy.
And that external dock is more for in space. Once you get in the atmosphere, it kind of doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
Having
does
to
if
wait
it's
on
very
another ship
small
on
ship.
such a small point.
because I've seen Gozanti land with TIE fighters attached to them, but they're built.
Yeah,
for that.
exactly.
So.
Yeah.
But that's fine if it's just the Gozanti. All right.
Man, are those the natives of this planet?
Yep.
Those guys are fucking ugly.
As the Dugs who are working inside here look at the ship and they see you all start to come out. As one of them approaches and says, "We're to believe that you're Republic forces."
We are in a town's party.
At this point, the captain begins to walk out. He says, "I'm going to leave Domino Squad to guard the ship, at least for the moment. If we need them in the fray, we'll contact them."
Like a good plan.
Comm
Right,
channel
so-
secure, right?
What was that?
I said comm channel secure, right? He was checking with the captain to make sure.
As always.
Perfect. Just want to check.
And we will bring our... Oh, damn, that's not going to work.
Oh shit, I forgot. We've got that. Oh, that's not for hyperspace. Never mind.
Alright, so we got 6 of them with you. And it would be this Doug here, so we're going to give him a little purple mark so you know that he's, he's probably the main one that you want to speak to here. He says, "Is this it? Where are the thousands of troops that we were promised?"
Like we said on the comms, there's more coming.
I'll look at Zarzar a minute. And...
Misa promised you that Wisa Reza Force is not too far behind.
We're on their way. We'll be here soon enough.
Well, I pray that they get here in time. Seems as though the separatist. It seems as though the separatist effort is going to happen within the next day or so.
I see.
So sorry. We didn't make any introduction. Allow us to introduce ourselves. This is General Zarzar. He is a Jedi representative here. This is Captain's name is, because I don't have that recorded.
Captain Camrix.
Captain Camrix of the Republic. He's in charge of the troops that have arrived with us. I, of course, am Zas Quick, and these are my associates here, and I'll name off everybody in the rest of the group of the Hulkbusters. The Hunt of the Dawn and then the Hulkbusters.
I'm Calterevatro. I've been hired on.
We are consultants in this endeavor. We are here to assist. We apologize for any confusion. There were some delays on our departure, but we assure you that the rest of the troops are on their way. They should be here within half a day, if not less. Now, who we talk to about what's going on around here and defenses and things like that?
Well, the Doge needs to return to the fuel depot, so you'll speak with him later on in the day. Considering that we do not have an army to put into a defensive position at this moment, I suggest speaking with the doctor.
Doctor?
Sion Verbel.
Doctor of what?
We've gone through many channels, and it seems as though the Republic did offer a very keen mind to assist in methods of dealing with large droves of droids.
So, roboticist?
Something of that nature. From what we can tell,
No.
we don't ask many questions in terms of what they're doing. We only look for results.
Understandable. I have my own curiosity, and I'm sure Deputy wants to know too.
God. What is he? Very well, let's go meet this doctor. You said Sion Verbel?
What the fuck are you muttering about over there?
What?
I heard you muttering.
I think you need to get your ears checked, son.
Oh,
No,
my ears are
doctor.
better than most people.
Just wave my hand at him. No. We
I...
can talk about that later. Doctor, please.
We did get that long rest, right? I wanted to double check.
You did get a long rest, yes.
Okay, cool. Oh shit.
Very well. There are many passageways through this fuel depot that will automatically bring you to certain locations. If you go through this door over here, you can take one of the trams over to the lab area if you wish.
As a thing, as he's talking, I'm watching this guy's movements and his gestures and things like that. I want to see if I can get an insight check on him to see if he's intending anything deceitful.
Sure.
Unfortunately, I
I'll help
don't think I have anything that is going to help me with insight checks. So if I get some help,
what's your insight score?
10.
Insight is probably the one skill that I don't allow help on because it's how you feel. It is an inward kind of thing, so no one can really help with insight.
I can probably make my own.
Can more than one person make one?
I would say because Zash is the only one that really thought of these kind of malicious intents, it's only his role.
That's fair enough.
So, can I get advantage for being a paranoid old bastard?
Sure, I'll allow the advantage.
Hey, you know what? Never hurts to ask these things. 20.
I mean, he seems like a typical Doug who is guarding a hangar. I mean, he doesn't seem to have... He's not going to lead you to your doom. At least that's not what you feel.
Alright. I don't relax any, but I spend more time looking around at the rest of the area as we pass through. Alright. You were saying.
Here, can't forget Ares.
Oh, I forgot Ares so many times.
Shit.
Ares!
Ares!
What the hell is that thing?
Ares, you stay close to Misa.
The Doug leads you over to the tram entrance as you all begin to get onto the main platform here. As Ares stands there. Let's see here. I think you guys have enough space for the captain to come with you. Yeah, just enough. As you all kind of go on.
He did in the Discord.
Oh.
Fuck. Jason?
Oh.
I think this is the wrong universe.
What about J5?
It looks like Jason Voorhees.
Well then. Alright. So as you guys are on the tram, the Doug enters in some information. He says, I'm going to send you directly to the laboratory. Send Dr. Bell my regards.
Thank you very much for your time. Did we get this guy's name?
Nope. He presses the button. You guys are ejected into the tram.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure it was Doug.
Yeah, it was Doug. It
Hi,
was.
I'm Doug.
Doug is a dick.
What? He was very helpful. Why are you insulting Doug?
Doug seemed very moody on the comms.
He's a guard. They're all moody.
Oh wait.
And let's be honest, when you're expecting an entire something of an armada to come protect your very livelihood and they don't show up on time, well, I'd be
early,
moody too.
Are we early?
We're early by like an hour. The fleet isn't,
Shit.
and we just
Technically,
told them
the
they're going to be
fleet was
here in a day or so.
arriving. Technically, the ships were due to arrive 96 hours after we left Corellia. So they were still going to be earlier than planned, but now we show up really early without the rest of the fleet. So
Yes.
Point
By the
is,
way,
I'd be
the ship
scared too.
the ship was 24 hours away from Malastare with Cloud's ability. Without Cloud's ability, they're 48 hours away, and they also have to wait 12 hours for repairs.
so
they're
they're not 12
technically
hours behind
60
They're
us.
not coming.
No, they're gonna be like 2.5 days away.
Side
Okay,
note,
then I misspoke.
General,
I wouldn't have said within half a day.
I'm gonna lower my voice a little bit.
So they'll be like a day away since it took us half a day to get there.
I'm gonna lower my voice a little bit. General, what are we gonna do about the fact that the Armada's not gonna be here in time?
Misa, go make call.
God damn it, okay.
Now, was it an armada or was it just our ship showing up? Because as far as I know, it was just our Venator, no other ships.
Well, I think there were more.
It was just your Venator. You guys, they had promised one fleet, one ship with 5,000 troops.
I see. Well, technically, they got 3 ships, just with 12 troops.
That's basically
Very well. We're worth almost as much as those troops back there.
No, we aren't. We are not.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
As strong as
Okay.
we are, we can't cover the same space that they could.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah,
The
I can
point
operate
isn't
an
to
aircraft.
the point isn't to be a one unmanned army. The point is to be an army.
Right.
That is very true.
So,
All right,
we're here.
so-
Let's disembark.
Yep.
All right. Let's
You
go.
all arrive as the tram stops. You walk through the door, and immediately as you walk through, you do see another pair of Doug. Which, sorry for their large tokens.
Oh god.
Oh, sweet mother of God! Why is it so big?
I don't know why, but for some reason, every time I put a token into Roll20 and it's not connected to a sheet, it's just large for some reason.
It might be relative to the size at which you make it. Because usually what I do is I'll drag them into Roll20 and then drag them onto the actual screen. That usually auto adjust.
Yeah, I'm just dragging them from my computer when I don't have a sheet.
I don't even make sheets.
That
I just drag them
explains
into
it.
my catalog
Yeah.
and add them to my library.
Because if you drag them from the
that makes
computer, they
sense.
drag out as an image instead of a token, so they don't auto-click, so they just have a default size.
Anyway,
Got it. Okay. You walk in, and these two Dougs are kind of working, as you do see that there are multiple fuel lines inside this building itself. This building is powered at a higher rate than the rest of the facility, from what it seems.
oh, hello. We are looking for Dr. Bell.
Through the door behind you, as they point over to this door here.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna start heading.
You'll have to go in groups of 2. You all won't be able to fit inside the airlock.
Very well.
Alright.
I will go through first.
Gonna
Who's coming with?
Zarzar
Zarzar, you want to go with me?
yeah. Well, before Zarzar leaves this area here, he was gonna ask Captain Camrix if he could contact the Jedi Council, possibly, or not the Jedi Council, like a Jedi
Admiral.
Master, and let him know
No.
like what happened, and that
Well, I'm sure that the Admiral's already done that, but
not the Admiral. I'm talking about the Jedi.
well, I'm saying
I think
that
the Admiral
back
contacted
on the
the
ship
Admiral.
has probably already contacted the Republic and the Jedi Council to let them know what
Oh, yeah,
happened.
that's true.
To our ship.
All right, well, to let the Admiral know that we've made it
That's
here,
fine.
I guess.
Why are there 3 of us in the airlock?
We can do so. We can do so in a second. I'd like to get a little bit more information, sir.
The fuck?
So it's me, Zarzar, and who else is in the airlock? Because I think there's only supposed to be 2, unless I guess the Colonel.
If Zarzar is going to go inside, the captain and Ares are going to follow. That's the issue.
And only
You have Ares on
at a time.
Zarzar's ass, and you also have the captain on Zarzar's ass.
Well, then it should be me and somebody else going in first, and then Ares and Zarzar. Well,
Yeah.
we can
I'll
only
go.
fit
I'll
two.
go.
Zarza should
I'll
be
go
first
with
since he's the
you.
representative.
No. You can go in 2 groups, not groups of 2.
Oh,
Oh.
okay, that's fine.
You can fit 6 individuals inside.
Okay, that's different then.
All
Yeah,
right.
I just
was
knew that you
confused
would
'cause I
not
was
be
like-
able to fit all.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right, so then we'll go through.
Yeah, I was confused because
All right.
clearly there was more than enough space for more than 2 people.
Oh,
Why?
step on me. Not that small.
Yeah, you're pretty small.
Why isn't it? Oh, there you go. Perfect. You all enter, and you see a very thin female individual, currently in mid-thought, just kind of thinking to herself. As you look around, you do see that there are what look to be Bacta tanks. However, these Bacta tanks aren't filled with Bacta. They are completely drained out of any Bacta fluid, and on the interior they have what look to be these kind of ionic nodes hovering in the center of them, as there seems to be a lot of electrical power embedded inside each of them. As she hears the airlock door open, she looks behind and she says, "Oh, I wasn't expecting company. Please,
Say, are those
what can I do for you?"
are those some kind of EMP bombs?
Yes, my name is Dr. Bell, and what business is my work to you?
Hello, my name is Zas Quick. This is General Zarzar of the Jedi Order.
And I'm Hellhound.
He's otherwise known as Hellhound, yes. We are here as representatives of the Republic to assist in the defense of Malastare, and we have been advised by a unnamed Doug at the port that we should come and speak to you about said defense, and such as the Doge is apparently unavailable. My understanding is he's at the oil fields or fuel supply or something.
Hence my question about the devices and whether they are EMPs.
Well, it seems that the Doge, Nakar Urus, doesn't necessarily believe in the formidability of the Republic. As you can imagine, Malastare has remained a neutral party within this conflict, and if the Doge is able to thwart a separatist attack without the assistance of the Republic, then he can convince the Dug Council that a treaty is not necessary with the Republic at this time.
Yeah, there's no way in hell they're going to be able to defend without the
not
Republic's help.
understand.
This planet doesn't have any ships or soldiers or anything.
We have been on front lines with separatist CIA. Or I mean, the CIA.
CIS.
CIA. Fuck.
Fuck the CIA.
We have been in battle with CIS. They still have a large amount of forces. You do not have enough forces.
Oh, hang on a second here. This is Malastare. This is their planet. They do get to make this decision. We can't force anything. we would need to talk to the Doge. But if he's got a plan of some kind in place, we would definitely be happy to help out. Because if the
Not
plan
tr-
could go off and we can somehow knock out an entire CRS force successfully, or at least delay them until our forces get here, then we should go with our plan. Because
not trying to force anything. Just saying that I can't think of really any way they'd be able to stop up the SIPs and soldiers they're gonna send. And once you know anything about that, good
you
doctor.
cut out on us a bit.
I said, you know anything about that, doctor?
Her eyes have already kind of opened as she looks over at Sadash, and she says, "Oh, you're willing to help? Yes. I was going to have some of the Doug officials help, but you see, what you see inside this room is my ploy. How do I refer to it? I believe that the coined thing is a electroproton bomb.
EMP, I said that 3 times.
Not quite the same thing. BP.
Wait, what? What's the difference?
I don't know.
Electromagnetic pulse versus electroproton bomb.
So it's
I don't understand
EPB.
the distinction itself, but if you could
Mind
perhaps
explaining
explain
the
it to
difference?
this, yes, I apologize.
Well, what we're attempting to do is we're trying to deal with all electronic entities within a large area, without hurting any biological entities in that same area.
Of course.
And I believe with the 14 prototypes that you see inside this room with you, if they are spread right outside the main entrance to the fuel depot, we can make a ploy with the Separatists, make it seem like we're defenseless. They come in with their full force, and we let off this EMP and destroy their entire force in one sweep.
Okay, so they are a form of EMP. Got it. Question: what kind of projected blast radius do you have on these?
I'm estimating if these are positioned correctly, we can do something in the area of 1 square mile.
Jesus fucking Christ, that's a hell of a bomb.
Is that per unit or for all of them?
All of them,
For all of them.
Position correctly.
All of them together.
Still, though.
So, are you just going to leave them out in the open, or are they going to have some kind of a cover, some way to hide what they are?
That's where you would come in.
Something.
That's where you would come in.
Solid material. Okay.
You can all go out into the wastes and position them in the proper coordinates under the dirt. Just needs to be under about a foot of dirt, and they should be able to be activated simultaneously when I press this button here. She pulls out a detonator.
I gotta say, this is some ace work, Doctor.
Assuming it works.
How long it take
you
to slap these things together?
I've been working on this for about 45 days.
Oh, fuck. Making bombs like this in little more than a month is impressive.
How work for the environment? Would this hurt the would this mess with things on this planet?
Like the doctor said, the whole point of the bombs is that they won't hurt biological matter. And even if they did mess with the environment, let's be honest, the environment here isn't exactly in the healthiest condition.
Well,
we went with ion so it could channel through the fuel lines without any cause of explosion.
Exactly. And since it's a electromagnetic pulse, it shouldn't do much but give a bad headache at the worst to biological.
Couple things. We need to know where they're going to land in advance, because it's a lot of wide open empty spaces they could land in. So we'll probably need to have somebody take a look at the tactics of that one. 2, we'll need
Well-
some kind of digging charges because I do not want. We have less than a day to plant these 14 things out there, and I am not personally going to be. I'm a little too old to be digging 14 holes big enough for those things to fit in.
She kind of looks at you with a little bit of a surprised look, and she says, "Do you really think I'd send you with shovels to dig holes?"
But just making sure we have all of our bases covered here.
Cut to Kelter currently removing a shovel from his pack. Wait, we're not using shovels?
she says, "We have multiple drills to use."
Oh my god.
but
He wipes
that
the
being
non-visible
said-
brow and puts it away.
Also, the logistics of attacking this fuel depot are actually fortuitous. If you've noticed, we're actually positioned next to a ravine, so there's nowhere to land on the backside of the fuel depot. With that, we have one large wasteland directly in front of the main entrance, in which we assume that they're going to come in, and the entrance to the fuel depot and the fuel depot itself is no more than a quarter square mile. So long as we position these directly in front of the entrance, within that 1 square mile, centering on the fuel depot entrance, we should see a fortuitous result.
In other words, what you're saying is that they have to come through that way, so when the bombs go off, there's no chance it won't work.
Yes, I don't know what stopped your forces from coming, but I believe that not having armed forces is going to give them a little bit more of an edge to try and come and attack us.
You want an honest answer?
Let's not worry about that.
Alright.
We don't have much time. Let's get these. I'm assuming there are drilling crews available for the drills in question.
Yes, I shall order them here immediately. We shall get started right away.
Excellent. Let's do that.
And as you guys prepare to implant these electron pulse bombs into the ground, right outside the area of the main fuel depot entrance, before we part, I will show you one thing.
A map where we're gonna get royally fucked next session.
See, it is the map I want to show you, but I just gotta Okay, and then this side. There we go. Perfect. So this is where you guys will be working with next session.
God.
I
It's a
see.
big map.
Big map.
Would have helped to have the troops. Oh, a lot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Don't worry, guys. The droids are gonna swoop in with their new army next session to save the day.
I hope.
Yeah,
I think we
definitely.
can
You guys have
That's not gonna.
you guys have been gone for like 4 days.
The droids are very efficient. All right.
We're fucked.
We're not fucked. We got the EMP bombs.